Hi.
We're here.
It's been quite the weekend of gaming, hasn't it?
It has.
Oh my God.
I feel like we just got out of here.
We did. And I'm sitting on this side of the table, though. It's a little different.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that'll mix it up.
Huge difference. Huge difference.
This is the character generation session for Legend of the Five Rings Dissension.
Boom, 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 boom.
Part 3 of the Saga of the Inukai.
Yes.
Ooh.
We're very excited about this.
In the brand new L5R beta.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
just for anyone out there with a Mac, what does this mean?
It's probably not good.
Call the
Can
Ghostbusters.
can you see it?
'Cause you
Can
can
you see
It's just a gray
It's
screen
just
with
a
a
gray
no
screen.
symbol.
You can't really see the symbol. We should probably start with something more interesting than.
I'm just
like,
curious
the
because I'm
computer.
trying to.
Yeah.
So Stu, I'm going to be GMing this game. I'm still reading the rules, and they keep changing as I read them.
Yep.
So
The game we start with is not going to be the game we end with, I
No.
guarantee you.
there will be probably have to be character changes too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would imagine.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and the players to my left.
I'm Kadave, and I'm playing somebody, and we'll find out who soon enough.
I'm Stork,
Where's my?
and I'm also playing somebody, and we'll find out eventually.
And I'm Kimmy. And I'm also playing somebody, and we're going to find out eventually.
I have fan envy now, Dave. Dave
Right?
shows up with this
You want
like,
a cheapie?
awesome
You
fan.
want a cheapie?
Right?
Oh, I still got my
But-
chibi. This is the original that you gave us all those years
And this
ago.
is my original.
I'll use this one.
from the L5R game.
See,
Yes,
I
I know.
my super nice.
Behold it!
Yeah.
Internet!
Behold.
This is what I was faced with when you could only hear.
Yes, back.
That's
Trying
true.
to be serious with coquettish stew.
I was going through my old files. It was 2012.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 years.
Oh my God.
that was 5 years of dust on the sake.
That reminds us with the sake, right? Before
that's
it was tradition with L5R. Whenever we first start, before we start anything, Dave went.
Yes.
And you want to show that box on?
Oh,
It's
sure.
That's
fancy.
the best name ever for a bottle of
Right?
sake.
That's why I got it.
Yep.
Kurosawa.
Nice.
You start
This
watching.
is actually an unboxing.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So,
Kurosawa
hey,
sake
we can put that as a hashtag.
But
Hashtag
first,
unboxing.
happy to- yes.
It even has a foil on the top.
Yeah, this is snazzy, I tell you.
Yeah, I love the story about how you found out how much it costs.
Yeah,
Tell the story.
that's fine. I found an extremely authentic Japanese supermarket I went to, and I walked down the aisle of sakis and beers and other alcohols, and they had, no joke, at least 100 different sakis. Like, just a
Right.
massive amount. And I thought, oh, I'm going to totally get a nice bottle to take to the game we're going to start on Sunday. That'll be great. And I picked this one up, and it looked good. It was called Kurosawa, which is perfect for this.
Sure.
And I thought, yeah, let's do that. And all of the prices in this market were in Japanese. All the labels on all the little shelves and everything. And I got to the front, and I went to check out, and they scanned it, and they told me that it was a $70 bottle of sake.
What?
And at that point, I didn't want to be that guy that's like, no, I don't really want that. Sorry, because there's a huge line of people that are all annoyed that I'm taking time to think about. No, so here we are, and this is going to be good. I have decided.
Kurosawa, so the only way it could be better is if it was Mifune sake.
The chat room's saying it's sake, not sake.
Oh, it's already started.
Oh, I see how it is.
Block that person.
Who said that?
I'm not going to tell you now.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll go back and watch and find out. That chat log is on there, sucker.
Actually, it's a dialect, a regional thing. So really, depending on whether you're north, south, east, or west.
They're like, so 7,000 yen is what it cost.
It is.
And this is not the kind of sake that's meant to be drunk warm.
It
correct?
did say enjoy cold.
It did. Okay. All right.
Well, it's cold outside today. So
He had it chilling.
Not
No.
enjoy when you're cold.
No.
Okay. All right. Just a second.
it is freezing cold here now.
Is it?
Yeah, it was like I had to wear a jacket and stuff today. Sweatshirt.
It is cooling down.
I'll give you the small one.
So where's our
So do we sip sake?
chopsticks and glasses of
We're
beer?
not doing that.
Right.
Not
That
with
was
a
the first thing that
$70.
Stu said when I said, I bought a bottle of sake. He goes, oh, sweet, we'll get everything ready and do sake bombs. And I was like, we're not doing that. No, I spent some money here. We're going to drink this the right way.
So we sip it.
Are sake
we don't
bombs-
shoot it.
No, it's not a shot.
Okay.
It's like wine.
Are sake
Right,
bombs
okay.
canon? I mean, were they period? Were they doing
No.
sake bombs back then?
Absolutely, yes. They
Actually.
were. They were in Rokugan.
They are now.
Yeah.
When you ask the guy that's in charge of making the game we're playing in, that's what everybody does.
Wait. You have to,
Oh.
All right, here we go. Here we go to another.
Wait.
No, we have to do
Under
another
the-
thing. Oh, we can't do that with Stu. He says
No,
Oh,
we
I
something.
can't
far
reach
away.
that far. Yeah, it is. Fair enough.
Yeah, toasting. Woo!
Okay, so
Do an awesome campaign. Ooh, I like that.
That's good.
that is really smooth.
That is good.
Yeah, it's delightful, actually.
That's unbelievably good.
Give me a pint
Well-
glass and a bottle beer.
I'm gonna regret this. What's the alcohol content of this?
I don't know.
It's delightful. I really
I'll
like it.
describe it
If
to
the
you.
if the price was in kanji, who knows?
You could
No,
definitely
the bottle is not.
Oh, it isn't.
Yeah.
you could definitely taste the alcohol. you know.
Ultimately smooth and delicate with trace hints of pear, butter, and floral overtone.
I get the pear.
The
Yeah.
Miyama Nishiki sake rice is carefully polished to 49% of its original grain and artisan brewed using ancient Japanese methods. Yeah, there's just a bunch of people with tiny, tiny toothbrushes.
That's how they get mouse milk.
Best served cold, this limited production sake will impress anyone with a taste for the finest quality. And it is. It's freaking amazing.
I get pear. I get cloves. I don't get many floral overtone.
Alcohol 15.5% by volume.
That's not bad. I think a bottle of wine.
Wine-ish.
Wine is
Yeah,
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just wine made out of a different thing than
Yeah.
grapes.
I've had some sake that's
Well, you can make
30%
you
or
could
something.
make grape-based alcohol be
Yeah.
That is true.
more.
All right. I think it's time. How do we start this?
Make characters.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
It was like, this is the one game that I don't have to do a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
This is your show.
Roll 3d6 6 times.
So,
What?
chat room there. So, for those of us that went and spent a ton of money here to
Yeah.
make.
Oh yeah, I bound mine too. I haven't actually. I'm actually going to hard bind mine. Well, I was going to, but then I realized this is a beta book. What the fuck am I doing? But
Right.
I did actually put the binding
This
stuff
is my
on it,
idea. I downloaded the video.
and I put it. It's done in booklets and stitched. So you can,
Oh yeah, one other thing here, chat room. I did take the time.
And do you get? I have extra copies of the updates if anyone needs them. I printed some out.
I'll take one.
I did take the time to make some L5R dice, the new
I've
ones
got
here.
it.
Can you see those? Can you see those on there yet?
No, you got hold them up close.
I gotta hold them up close.
Yeah, I mean they can see that they are dice. Pretty.
Oh yeah, you got symbols
Well
on
done,
there.
Stork.
I used. Turns out that they sell the water transfer decal paper
Yeah.
for like inkjet and laserjet printers. So I did
There's
that.
one from Master Bidder.
Like
Huh?
old-
This the dice from Master Bidder.
Oh, yeah, give me.
We also got some sent in, I believe, by Master Vidder that he did by hand, and they are
Oh yeah.
so full of love.
But he also
really
said
good.
in the note that he can't draw.
Yeah, but that's why they're
all right.
full of love.
Right, and he's right.
Yeah,
We don't actually need these for character gen.
Neither can I.
they're awesome.
Artisanal dice.
Artisanal. These are
Oh, you don't want me touching that.
handmade.
Somebody might want to
Yeah,
pick that
don't
up.
let him touch it.
Why is it always roll blanks?
See, there's. There you go.
Blanks are better than the little
Yeah.
upside down
They're
heart.
awesome. Here, I'll hold it here. You can see better here. Do it the other way. Ta-da.
Oh yeah, you can see the little dudes.
Okay.
So, you're awesome.
But we don't need this for character gen.
No, but they're still cool. They're exciting.
They are.
Handcrafted.
And making the decals and everything is a pain in the rear, just putting it on all the dice. Even drawing it, because I considered that for a while too, and it's like, I had to sit there with each one, you gotta hold it, you gotta, no matter how you cut it, it's hard. It's hard work.
I just bought the dice roller app for
Right.
$4.99,
Yeah, that's what I have.
and
But I prefer regular dice.
Yeah.
I agree, but yeah, I'm in the process of opening negotiations with someone to make some for me.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay.
that's nifty. We could also try Stu's laser printer, laser cutter thing.
Yes.
You still can only do one facet at a
Yeah,
time.
that's
You
true.
gotta turn it,
and it
then
takes
you gotta
like
get,
it's slow. It takes like 4
you-
minutes per side.
you gotta move down each line, especially with this 12, and rotate them and everything, and then you've got to do that. So what is it? 12 sides, 12 times.
Well, but some of the sides are
Yeah,
black.
the 10 sides.
How
12
many?
times.
How many dice do you think you need all together?
I think they said 10 each, didn't they?
10 of each. Okay.
Possibly.
Probably get
Eventually,
Wow.
yeah.
Dang. Okay.
I mean, you get when you get up there in the levels.
Yeah. It's the whole dice pool thing.
So the character creation starts with the game. What is it? Game of 21 questions.
20
20
plus your 5.
plus my 5, which there's probably some overlap.
No, they're kind of different.
Are they? Okay, good. All right.
I mean, once you get through the 20 questions, it gives you an idea. But yes. So I guess I did homework and I filled out my questions so I can answer things. I guess the first thing I should, which is the wind.
It's the dog.
I was like, oh, hello.
Right, I'm
No
in
one?
love with this sake. It's so nice.
It's so good, right? I'm excited. I mean, we could, like, if everybody wants to chip in, I'll go back and get more, but one time on the free.
Yeah.
The first one's free.
Okay.
Still got like 3 or 4 more games left in that bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
That's
just,
true. We could just keep
We just
it
have to hide it so that other games don't drink it. This is the problems we face.
You put it in the refrigerator in the house.
There we go.
Yeah, but I don't know how long it's going to last now that it's open.
I have no idea, but it's going to last longer
Yeah.
refrigerated.
I mean, it's not
It
gonna.
is,
Yeah.
but
We'll see.
You were looking pensive there, Stu.
No, I'm well. I figured out how to bring up the repair screen because something happened to the hard drive.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
So
It has been dropped a couple times. Like, to be fair.
And beer.
yeah, but I've been using it. It hasn't. This is the first time I've had problems with it booting.
Right.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the beginning of the character creation.
Oh, well,
Your turn
turn
now?
with me now to our
character.
wonderful books.
Skills and manage. And
So I believe that we've
disadvantages.
all decided on like a basic
So page
Like-
26.
our clan, and I think kind of like the path that our characters have followed, like what class they are basically. Although Stork, you were talking about maybe changing yesterday. Were you thinking?
I was, and I might still.
Okay.
Although I'm
Being
kind of invested
flexible?
in this guy, we kind of worked this out. I think I might go with this guy. He may not last very long, but
Okay.
because the clan or the archetype I was going to use didn't come out till recently in the updates.
Oh.
They didn't have them yet.
Oh, they've added stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't gotten all the way through
They added like a Mantis
updates.
clan update
Okay.
and a couple of different schools.
Yeah, it was one of the schools.
Miyamoto?
Yeah, that's the one. The family.
Yeah. But anyway, you know what? First thing, let's all just talk about what clan we're going to pick.
Yep.
Because unlike the previous game, we're not all immediately related family.
Right.
Exactly.
We're starting from different places in the world.
Although you will eventually end up in the same family.
Right, yeah, we're all heading
Spoilers!
to...
It's not a spoiler.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So yeah.
You know what we forgot to do?
What?
We forgot to hit record on the thing. That's okay. We'll pull the audio.
Welcome to character creation
No.
for L5R.
No.
They don't have to listen to
The
us
sake
drinking.
thing is important.
It's not, well, let's drink some more now.
Oh, all right.
Hey, cheers! Internet on the audio.
That is good $75 sake.
That is
Yeah,
so
woo,
good.
wow, it's so good.
Yeah.
Fast forward to TLDR. Dave bought a too expensive bottle of sake that tastes awesome.
It really is good.
All right, so the first question of the 20 is, what clan does your character belong to?
Aha! Mm-hmm. Oh!
Dave, go first. Dun, dun,
Don't forget your microphone.
I know, I have to replace
dun,
it.
dun.
I have chosen... Oh, I forgot to get it off my phone.
You're a rebel.
I have chosen the Phoenix Clan.
That's what it looks like. The
Sit up a little
rebel.
bit.
It is-
There you go. Awesome. Okay. That was amazing. Excellent.
And once Dave told me what he did, because he kind of alluded to what he was coming up with, I went, I'm going to play along with that. So I also chose the Phoenix Clan.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
We may or may not be related. That might be up to GM
What do you
Fiat.
think?
Yeah.
So me, we have to do. We'll do this. So you can see. So I thought a lot about a couple different things.
Come on, I don't get a T-shirt. Nobody told me that we were having T-shirts.
Okay, this was not
This was not
planned.
I just went with the Wing Kong
Like
exchange.
this is we just aren't. It's creative. It's weird. So
So out
like
of it.
I was like
It was on Facebook.
yeah. It was We tweeted about it, Stork.
For those of you who don't know, Stork is not the only person on the planet not on Facebook.
Or Twitter.
With a computer who's not on Facebook.
Yes. Like, couldn't decide, like, trying to pick something, and then I walked into a store, and, like, the role-playing gods, like, they was, like, sitting here, and I was just like, oh, it's a sign. I'm going to be part of the Crab Clan.
Crab Clan! Crab Clan!
Where did you find that?
I walked into Marshall's and was like,
Was it crab? Was it all the clans or just crab?
just crab!
Oh, no. If you walked into Marshall's and there was a rack of all of the L5R clans,
Right?
I would lose my shit.
That would be awesome.
Now, were there, like, Sagittarius shirts?
No.
Really? So
Nothing. It was on clearance, and it was just sitting, my perfect size was sitting at the end of the rack as I walked by on clearance.
Because nobody wants to buy a cancer shirt. Right?
It's fuck cancer.
Right? Like, that's not the,
Fuck cancer, yeah.
People can be into their various signs and astrologies, but really nobody's
Those
excited
of us
about
born in
that
July are a little miffed about
Yeah.
the whole thing anyway, I must say. All right.
So the chat room is very excited about all our choices.
All
one.
right.
Yay!
Yay!
So everyone gets a ring increase.
That may have changed.
We
I should
have
look.
pencils in that box.
In my book, I think I don't know if I've gotten quite that far in the book. That's page 26.
This is, if you haven't played or looked at the beta, this
character
is the
sheet.
character sheet.
It's 9 pages
So
long.
it's a little bit of a character book. So.
Oh
it's a
yeah, there's
little bit
that
of time.
chart.
Page
that
4
did change
of
a
the
bunch
beta
of shit.
updates version 4.0,
Oh, there we go.
dated 11/8/17.
And I quote,
The first, the Crab Clan gets +1 Earth, +1 Fitness skill, and 30 status.
All right. Plus 1 fitness and 30 status. Okay.
All right.
do you start with one in every
I have no
ring?
idea.
I believe. Let me double check because I actually made a character, but I don't have
So
the book I took all my notes in.
I have answered the questions, and then when I got to the mechanics of writing down all the skill choices and stuff, I didn't finish that part. So
Okay.
we'll figure that out in a moment. And then for us Phoenix folk, we get +1 Void and +1 to Theology
So that hasn't changed.
and 30 status. Yeah, that stayed the same.
That stayed the same.
Where's status? I don't see that on the thing.
It's over on. Oh, you're on the wrong sheet. You need to do the 20 questions character
might-
sheet, which is towards the back, I think.
But we were
It's
just doing
probably
the one.
not in that character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't fill that out yet because you still have
But
to do all
here,
this
take
homework.
some scratch paper.
I just printed out the
Yes.
nine.
I might have another one of these core identity things here.
No, it's okay. We're fine.
Here.
It's okay.
I do.
Oh, perfect. Because it kind of gives you like
It
a
does.
worksheet for these 20 questions.
Oh, good. More pages. That's great.
Yes.
Okay. I made a character just so I wouldn't have to do this, and now I'm having to do this.
Yep.
All right, so then next is what clan does your character belong to, right? And then we went through that,
Yep.
and then it says the family, what clan and family. So next on the worksheet is picking the family.
And they're listed here. If you want to know what they are, look in the book.
I kind of looked at them, but I sort of wanted to hear what you guys picked first, so I could pick something that'd be
Chart.
because Crab is already a little bit of a contentious relationship with the Phoenix. So
Sure.
I wanted to be able to make a choice of family
Because we need to know this. All characters begin with a rank of 1 in each ring and ranks 0 in each skill.
That's new.
So you automatically start with a 1 in every ring,
and
and
0
zero
in
in
each
and
skill.
0 in each skill. You cannot raise a ring or skill above 3 during character creation. If a choice would result in a ring raising above 3 in character creation, you have to choose a different ring instead.
You can't go above 2?
3.
3.
And as long as the ring would not be increased above the rank of 3. Similarly, if a choice is made with a skill rising above rank 3 character, you must choose a different skill.
Okay.
And I think that's all you need to know
Great.
about that.
Is that in the addendum?
No, it's in the main rules.
I missed that originally. I'm like,
What
I don't
page is that
understand.
on?
It is on page 26. It says right under core identity. First few questions will define the character the most strongly, and then
That was my mistake. I started hunting on the pages that described the rings. for what do we start with here?
I knew I'd read it somewhere, and I was right. I did. I read
Yeah.
it somewhere.
Very good. So,
read it somewhere.
from the Phoenix families, I have chosen the Isawa family.
Tell us about the Osawa family.
They are of the Shugenja type that practice elemental magic. And they're sort of the religious keepers of the empire.
And they're also kind of like the top dogs of the Phoenix clan, correct?
Yes. Well, what the hell? I'll read this.
That's what I'm going to do.
No tradition has a more complete mastery of the way of the spirits than that of the Isawa Elementalist school. Since the time before the kami fell to earth, the priests of the Isawa have sought knowledge and understanding of the kami, the fortunes, and the very elements themselves. Over the centuries, they have perfected the rituals and supplications to request great boons on behalf of the Phoenix clan and terrible banes for casting down their enemies. Yet, they know that the spirits require service in exchange for their blessings, making the Isawa Elementalists hesitant to call upon the kami except in times of great need. To do so without cause is to risk upsetting the delicate balance of the natural world or bring the wrath of the spirits upon them. And because I've chosen that family, I get a ring increase of... oh, that may be different. I should look.
You need the
I got
Where's
it.
the chart? Did you print up the supplementals? Yeah, that might just be handy for all of
Either
us.
+1 fire or +1 void. And then I also get +1 to medicine and +1 to meditation. So that did change since I answered my questions.
Aha!
Meditation and medicine. All right. So I went with fire and
And you also get 5 koku.
I do.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
5
And the
Koku.
2 strings.
Oh, I did see that.
Kubo and the...
No, it's the one about the kid that dies in Coco? Coco?
Oh, the Pixar movie that is not at all
Oh.
related to the cultural significance of this game. I was like,
Work with me on this.
no, I'm racking my brain
I know,
for like
it's
a
like-
movie about a Japanese kid named Koku. Or
Yeah.
Like, what? What?
Well, there's the ring, and then there's what's the other the one with
The Grudge.
the grudge. That's
With
what
the-
it is. That was actually scary. That was scarier to me. All right, Stork, what family did you pick?
Where, like,
Or
Michelle
have you
Gellar
still
gets
decided?
haunted.
I picked the Shiba family.
The Shibas.
And the Shibas are also
for their
a
breed of
the
dog.
Phoenix, yes. As Shiba swore to protect Isawa, the Shiba Guardian School emphasizes Shiba Guardian. I think is what we're going for. The Shiba Guardian School emphasizes defense and cooperation with the Isawa. Its
A Yojimbo, if you would.
Yes, that's exactly right. Its members complement and protect priests, shrine keepers, and Shugenja. The Shiba Guardians are broadly trained, often as much scholars as warriors, and they approach conflict as a problem to be solved without bloodshed, if possible. Those who underestimate them due to their reluctance to take a life usually only do so once. The Shiba Guardian are devoted to the perfection of the martial arts as any samurai. Their devotion to theological study and long jacket.
Page turns.
Long practice has taught the Shiba Guardians how to dance in harmony with elemental kami and call forth by invocation of the Shugenja. Ring increases are +1 earth, +1 water. Skill increases are courtesy, fitness, martial arts, meditation, survival, tactics, and theology. Techniques available are kata, shuji, and rituals. Starting techniques: kata, choose one, striking is water, strike is earth, and kata, Lord Shiba's selflessness. I get an honor of 45. And then there's the Way of the Phoenix, which is a school ability. The Shiba Guardian school teaches the idea of life-preserving blade, one that is drawn only after all other options have been exhausted. In a clan so full of Shugenja, emotional turbulence can lead to catastrophic destruction. If the Shiba Guardian's sworn task to keep the clan Shugenja from being harmed and from harming themselves. If a conflict or disaster can be cut off at its source with a word to the wise counsel rather than a swift sword, all the better. Once per scene, when the character at range 0 to 3 makes a check, you may negate any number of strife results up to your school rank, starting outfit. So there you go.
Okay, excellent.
So they are very much a Yojimbo.
And what did you get for honor for the?
45.
And what did you get?
And I got 40.
40. Okay.
And
You mean the glory?
Or did you get glory?
So ringing-
you might get. I don't know. You might get different
Well,
things. I don't know.
yeah.
They might have changed it in the version I have, which is, I think I downloaded this a few weeks ago. It's called Glory in the Clan Family.
Well, there's
So-
glory.
No,
glory
there
and
is
honor are
glory
separate
and
things.
honor.
an honor. Okay,
Yeah.
which is got it.
Glory that I got for that question is 44.
Okay.
You got glory for that?
It's one of the boxes on the 20 questions.
Yeah,
Under
it's in
what
this
family did you
section.
choose?
Do you find your section?
Stork didn't read the instructions.
I did. I just, I don't know if I wrote it down.
Did you get?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's,
It's-
Oh, there,
Second-
glory up there. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
moved on already. Yeah, we already got glory. 40. I'm
And-
like,
All right. And I chose to be part of the Hida family. I was looking at it before, but also the chat room was like, no, this is what you have to do. The Hida family stands guard against the Shadowlands. Their task, an eternal vigil to keep the Empire safe from the forces of Jigoku that would despoil Rokugan from their Dark Master. Okay, my contacts are a little old. I can't see that thing. All right. Shut up.
Zoom. It's digital. Zoom.
I don't have touchscreen. Like, shut up. All right. Like their
They're
founder,
progressives.
the Kami Hida, they are large and strong, tough and enduring, with little patience for the weakness of others. Their harsh duty makes Hida exceedingly pragmatic, with little time for the polite functions of course. Thus, they are often bitter about the mocking condescension concerning their manners and dress from those clans they shield at such high cost. Get 44 glory for that. And then, I get 1 earth, 1 command, and 1 tactics.
And then from the other thing, it tells you your starting money.
Yeah, I've got that over here. Oh no, that's a different one.
Yeah, it's on there.
Oh yeah, Koku. I have 4.
How much did you get, Stork?
5 Koku.
Nice.
All Phoenix get 5.
Yeah, because we're more wealthy than those crab people.
Yeah, only because you just sit and get fat while we keep your asses safe. That's fine.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Really how it goes.
We also don't have to touch the paint all the time.
I don't know what's going to be funnier.
Never not funny.
They've got so much tape they can't put their pants on.
It's their duty to touch taint. It's a duty.
All right. Getting back to the next question. That was family. So you all figured out your family.
Yeah.
Right.
So question number 3 is, what is your character's school and role? So the school is the Isawa Elementalist School. That then gives me ring increases in fire and water, and skill increases. I chose theology, medicine, and meditation. 40 honor, like we mentioned already. Then I get access to invocations, shuji. Somebody tell me if I said that wrong. And rituals.
Shujay.
Right. Well, I just want them to tell me, and then I can mock them.
Okay.
And then my school ability is one.
Is that
with-
the roll?
Yes.
Okay, school
Yeah, it's
ability is
question
roll.
3. We're on question.
Okay. No, I know that. And but I picked my school, but I'm not seeing in the thing where it said roll because I didn't decide on that. Is that the same thing as technique
well, it tells you when
or
you
school
pick
ability?
When you pick the
when you
family.
pick your subfamily.
Mm-hmm.
So you went with Hida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't.
no. There's like the Hida Defender School. So page 34.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
That bigger thing that tells you more.
I'm reading that. Yeah, but I'm not. It says. Never mind. Keep going, and I'm still reading it, but I'm just not seeing anything that says roll. Like I see the school, and I picked my school that I'm going to be part of.
I think that's it's role in school is the subheading, like is the big
okay.
picture. So it's not just question 3. Like
Yeah. Okay. I was just looking for where it said roll because it says schools, and it's got the schools listed, but I don't see anything that says roles. Like under
Right.
that. Okay. I think I'm just getting confused because I'm looking for headings.
I think they mean with roll in school. I think they imply like, are you going with the bushi? Or are you going with Shugenja?
Courtier.
Okay. I was thinking because I was looking up through my school section, I wasn't seeing anything that said rolls.
Right.
And I thought it was a
no,
separate.
I get you.
I got it.
When they fill this whole thing out, I think each school will have a role for each. But right now, it looks like Crab only has 2.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like, there's a big disclaimer at the beginning of the book, like, hey, this is the beta. This is what we're putting out there so people can try it out.
Yeah.
Although
Anyway,
a Crab Courtier, how would that be? How funny would that be? F you!
They exist.
of course. But I could just... See, I see the Crab Courtier as like John Shuck in Star Trek 4.
Okay.
As the Klingon ambassador that's just standing in front of the Federation Council, like yelling and screaming, like, "We demand justice! We demand..."
Right.
Yeah, that guy. Like,
Yeah. That's not a bad,
Like,
not a bad
like
archetype.
that's the
Klingons
Crab
are
Courtier. Yeah. Anyway,
Vikings.
so my school ability, one with the elements, once per scene when activating Invocation, before I assemble my dice and roll them, I can reduce the TN by school rank because of my mastery of the elements. And then starting techniques, I picked Extinguish, so the ability to put out flames. Path to Inner Peace, which I believe is like a sort of like a meditative healing ability, and Grasp of Earth for a little bit of grab you with the dirt fun.
I think your Shugenja in part 2 had that Grasp of Earth where the big dirt hand comes up and...
Yeah.
It's part of the Earth School things.
Okay.
And then Ritual, I picked Commune with Spirits and Divination.
Nice.
Oh, and then I start with Sanctified Robes, a Wakizashi, a knife, a satchel of scrolls, traveling pack, and my 5 koku.
A word to you, since you're playing a Shugenja, remind Stu that you need to get spells, because in the old L5R, you had to go back to your school and learn or whatever, unless it fell off another Shugenja, but you can only use it if it was in the proper school. I mean, it gets really complicated. So if you are playing a Shugenja, just make sure that you guys work out a way that you can improve your spells.
Sure.
Because
We'll figure it out.
it's not real intuitive. You kind of get stuck with the same spells you start with for a long time.
Well, that's it's also part of the, like, there's a leveling up chart,
Yeah.
but like as you increase your rank in your schools, there's things that you can get.
You can research. You can like start researching stuff, but it's
So yeah, there's like at the different ranks, different things you can purchase. That includes new invocations on
Good.
here now. So I don't know if it's the same kind of you must go and seek training kind of a situation.
all right. So I already told you what mine. Mine is the Way of the Phoenix, and that's pretty much just it's like a Hail Mary sword strike. My starting equipment is Ashiguri armor. And then I got a Dacio, I got a Naginata, those poles with a big blade on the top.
Oh, nice.
Is it Naginata?
Naginata, I think. Yeah.
There it is, Naginata. And
Nada.
Naginata. And then my starting techniques are Strike is Water, and the Lord shines Selflessness.
Nice. So, now that I'm cleared up on that not being two different things, Bushi, obviously, Ahita Defender School. So, it's all about the protection of Rokugan and stuff like that.
Or Lord Shiba's Selflessness, sorry.
It's okay.
Can't read my own writing.
I can't read it either, it's fine. Ring increases, I get 1 earth and I get 1 water, and I taught kindergarten, so it's saying something.
Yeah.
Skill increases, let's see, I wrote them down. I've got 40 honor, techniques available, I've got kata, rituals, and shuji, which I'll look at a little bit more later. I have, for my starting techniques, Lord Hita's grip, and then I chose striking as earth. And I start with a bunch of stuff. Lacquered armor, traveling clothes. I have my katana and how do you read?
Wakizashi?
Wakizashi, there we go, thank you.
Known collectively as the Daisho.
Yes,
Yes.
that.
Which all samurai have.
Yes, and I have a Tetsubo. And I have a
Nice.
Yes, and a crossbow,
big
a
stick.
knife, a traveling pack, and 3 koku. So I get to add that to my ones that I got earlier.
Oh, you get to add those? Oh, that's excellent.
Well, it says starting outfit has 3 koku, so I'm assuming I add that to the 5 I got earlier.
I think they upped the amount.
Oh, okay.
Like I think they.
That's why that
replaced-
chart is a summary of
Is
all the
the
changes.
updated-
I'll double
Yeah.
check. Because this is the one that I kind of looked at and made my decisions and stuff on. But I figured, like, that it gives me options, and I figured one of us should have a Tetsubo.
That's awesome.
Memories.
One, you should always have a Tetsubo.
I know.
Because you never know when we have to batter up.
I already have plans for all the weapons from the previous characters too.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So, question 4: how does your character stand out within their school?
I chose because I chose water. I went with my water ring strength, which gives me a +1. So I'm adaptable and friendly. Your character's willingness to roll with the punches, gregarious or understanding of the environment stands out among their peers. Your character tends not to get stuck in mental ruts the same way many people do, or at least have ways to get out of them afterwards. So that gives me a +1 in my water ring. Since I have striking as water, it's kind of a mix.
Right.
Yeah.
So your water's at 3 now.
So my water is at 3, yes.
Okay.
No more water for you.
No more water for you. What anyone else pick?
I picked Earth, which is thoroughness, patience, or calm. Yeah. So that gives me 1 up in Earth.
I chose creativity, passion, or drive, so +1 of the fire ring. So my character is recognized by their by their teachers and peers for their inventive ideas, their sincere love of the craft of their school, and their intense and irrepressible desire to succeed in their field.
Excellent.
Nice.
Nice. What is your character's duty to their lord? This has changed.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Oh, this has changed, but also I didn't do this one because I thought maybe with how we're starting, like I didn't know if you wanted to customize this part.
I, in fact, left this one blank also.
For the same reason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like...
Do you gain anything from it
No, I think it's just...
mechanically?
Yeah.
Then, well, let me just let everyone know at home. The characters are going to start the game as Ronin. And they're going to end up in a small, familiar valley deep within crab territory, or within crane territory.
Although actually, if I'm running, I probably don't want to be.
They don't have lords. Although I would like to know what your lords' names. Your immediate, not the clan champion, but your immediate lords.
The one that before we became Ronin?
The one that made you Ronin.
Yes.
Are those in the book, or is that something we need
That's
to
something you
gotta
just
make
need
it
to come
up.
up with.
Okay.
Let me look that on my little...
Oh, I
to-do
don't
list.
want my vast dominions. I want this one. All right. And I want...
What happened to our lords? Did they kick us
Phoenix
out? Or
clan
they were
games.
killed.
You were made Ronin. You were banished because you
following the basic schools within the Phoenix clan.
you were. I'll wait till it's done.
Did you... How did you get...
It just keeps going. She just wants to keep talking.
Guess you'll keep reading.
Yep, apparently.
Can we play with that a little bit?
How so?
Well, okay, because I was thinking, like, part of the things I've been choosing is, like, my character was the daughter of a lord, and, like, this legacy family of crab,
Right.
and my father, like, was killed and shamed, and that's how I became Ronin, like, all the people who followed. So now the lord is now my father's killer or something.
Or rival or
whatever. Or whoever.
Okay.
So I have to figure that out a little bit. I don't want it to be, like, a bad guy, but, like, maybe my father did something and I don't believe he did or something.
Right.
I don't know. We'll figure that out. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what is your opinion of the wars that's currently happening? Because that was one of the sort of unifying things why you would all come to Inokai.
Right. I think that's a thing I have to think about for a minute. I think...
Maybe your father was starting to speak out about it.
Yeah, I think the Crab Clan as a whole would probably be against anything that was distracting us from the wall and from
Absolutely.
Fighting that.
Right.
So
well, the Crab were one of the clans that was not initially engaged in the initial war between Lion and Dragon and Mantis and Crane. Those are the ones that initially started fighting. Then the Emperor or the Emerald Champion asked the other clans to start attacking their financial bases, so they could no longer wage war.
Got it.
And that didn't really work. It just got everyone at war.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we are right now. But there were people out there that were like, this is madness. And Crab certainly considered it was madness, but they were also told, hey, no, yeah, keep defending the wall, but you need to some people down here. You need to burn those crane fields, because if they have too much rice, they're going to have more campaigns, and we have to figure out a way to stop them from fighting.
Okay. Well, maybe my father was just under the Lord then. It was like the Lord's trusted advisor and second, but he was just like, this is we can't go to fight. We have to.
Okay, that works.
And that's why he was. Even though the Lord probably still has a soft spot for me in his heart, like personally, like he's like, no, I have to. Like he probably killed or executed my father, and I'm now Roman.
And that would be a crab. Where is my crab NPCs? There they are. Okay.
Did you have one already?
No.
Chat room has two. They have Hida Yokatsu and Hida Yoshi Itsune.
That's the name of your lord?
Yeah,
you tell me. And it's Hida?
Hida.
Not Hide. Okay.
I think I'm going to split the difference between those because those are both Yokitsune. So Yokitsune.
Yeah. Kitsune. What does the fox say?
Yes.
Ting to ding ting.
All right. So that's my
the lore for the
daimyo.
crab. Yeah, the daimyo for the
Well, mine is easy, but Dave has to go first.
So I'm thinking. Here's my thought for my whole reason for Ronin Hood was my father was elevated instructor at the school, like an honored teacher, emeritus sort of professor kind of person. That I spoke up and I said, it's madness, it'll unbalance the elements, like we shouldn't be doing this. There's plenty of other problems that we need to deal with that aren't killing our fellow countrymen.
Right.
And then he challenged me to a duel over it.
Okay. Like an Agni Kai? Like
Yes.
two Shugenja?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. During which he took my left arm.
Ooh.
Okay.
A one-armed Shigenja?
Yes. That, and then cast me out. But I don't have a name yet.
Need a name.
Yes. The worst part about any character creation is making up names. So, chat room people, tell Kimmy some good names.
Since it's my sworn duty,
To protect Shigenja, I was assigned to protect Dave's character. And
Right.
so when he got thrown out, I naturally had to go with him.
So you chose to go Ronin.
I chose to follow Dave.
Okay.
It would have been expected of me.
Mitsuhide.
It would have been dishonorable not to, because I was given this assignment. So whether or not I'm truly Ronin is kind of up to you, but I chose to go with him because it's kind of a catch-22. If you stay, you're dishonored. If you go, you're Ronin.
And you went.
And
so
I went.
you're Ronin. All right.
So the first one in the chat room was Mitsuhide.
Sounds good to me.
I like that one.
And what's the family name for that?
Isawa.
Isawa.
Isawa?
Yep.
Did you harm him in any way?
No.
Did you get a shot off or anything?
I failed to hurt him, which redoubled my desire to be better.
Got it. All right.
Expectoramus and his wand flew away, and then bam, he got the Cruciatus, and it was
Right.
all over.
And then next thing you know, there's a
And I flung my arm in front.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lightning bolt shaped scar where your arm used to be.
Yes, it's just a cauterize, like a lightsaber wound.
Right. So we don't need to worry about Lord. What does your character long for? This is question number 6. In theory, a samurai can only care only about serving their lord, but in practice, samurai possess their own individual desires as well. What is the greatest, most pressing personal goal or belief that your samurai carries within their heart?
That's easy. Do you want to go first this time? You go first this time?
Oh, go ahead.
I kind of just said it, like I want to be good enough to go back and prove that I was right.
Nice.
So
so you're-
justification.
Right. So but your long-term intention is to go back to that court and
Yes.
refight that fight.
Yes.
And another thing.
Right.
Right.
Lose his other arm.
Listen here.
Also, they've added something to this. So that a second question. And how does this impede your duty? What does your character long for, and how does it impede your duty?
That's hard for a Ronin.
I think I would.
Well, you don't have a duty, but you will, and
Yeah.
you kind of know what that's going to be.
Yeah.
I think I would pursue knowledge and advancement when the opportunity arises,
Right.
even if it slows down my progress in my assigned task.
Okay.
Or, I don't know if I'd necessarily, like, straight up rebel, like, no, I'm going to go, you told me to go here, fuck you, I'm going to the library. Like, not
Right.
like that, but if we happen to cross a stash of scrolls, I'd take the time to go through them instead of pursuing bandits or whatever. That kind of thing.
That's fair.
Mine actually hinges on a disad that I took, so I will save that till we get to the disads,
Okay.
and I will explain to you what my character is longing for.
Okay. Mine completely is regaining the family honor. Like, if I can, proving that my dad was right, and more than anything, like, living up to and redeeming that family legacy of, like, heroes of the Crab Clan. Like, proving that...
You said the Clap Clan.
I know I said Crab Clan. Thank you.
That's only when there's no other
Yeah.
clans around.
Yeah.
They're on the wall late at night. They all just have.
They hang their feet over the edge.
Yeah.
And they
The Crab
Horrible
Clan.
monsters jumping up from below, and they just laugh.
And not that it's any better to have, to be Clap than to be Crab. Like, both are bad.
And how does that impede your duty?
Because I think I might do something that was to bring fame or honor to my family, even if it wasn't necessarily what would be what my lord asked.
Okay, all right.
Like, or I mean, like the wall is everything.
Right.
So it's like, oh, you like my lord is like, oh, let's go help so and so in this battle. It's like, no, like the most important thing is, keeping the darkness away from me. I have to think about that a little bit.
Okay.
I haven't seen the Matt Damon movie, but do we think that it's loosely based on this?
I don't know, but it was bad.
What Matt Damon movie?
The Great Wall.
Oh.
No.
Because honest to God, when I first saw the trailer for it, I was like, somebody made an L5R movie? Like,
Except it's China.
well, yeah, but it's still fantasy,
Rokugan,
Pan-Asian.
There's a
thing
lot of fantasy Pan-Asian stuff. I mean, not current
with
stuff.
the wall and horrible demon monsters on the other side of the wall and different different clans that all wore different colored armors and
maybe.
fought.
Defending the wall against the...
Yeah, defending against and I was like, and I'm thinking like somebody may well have
And they had to
been
modify
a player
it a bit.
and then
so-
been like, you know what, let's use the Great Wall because that makes sense and it's there and it's a connection to history.
But there's actually a real reason why the Great Walls are right.
yes, yeah, just a little.
Right.
I mean, but
It's like a mystery that...
but the movie was just bad.
Didn't we think also I think it was coming out like after we finished, like right after we finished the last L5R campaign was the Keanu Reeves,
Oh, yes, yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
47 Ronin with like the magic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to the wartime 47 Ronin
Yeah.
with a bunch of samurai sitting around talking
Right.
for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Sat through that, did you?
They're probably both
yes,
bad.
I did. Actually, I didn't mind it, but you couldn't watch it all at once.
No. Well, it was created to be wartime propaganda.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I like the Keanu Reeves
Yeah.
Ronin movie better than
The Great Wall.
Yeah, I never saw the Great Wall. So.
Like, well, knowing this was coming up,
Yeah.
I saw the Great Wall was on HBO. I tried to stream it, and I didn't make it through the movie.
Okay, well, that's, yeah.
And you even paid for it, yeah. All right.
No, well, I mean,
It's that good.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was not motivated to continue after a while.
Okay, so you have. They actually have names for these things. This is called your ninjo, and that is the thing that you long for most, right? Am I reading that correctly?
I believe
Ninja provides
right.
characters with the second of their 2 primary drives.
Write down your character's personal goal under your character sheet under ninja. So that specific thing. What's yours, or Stork, or do you want to wait?
He wants to wait to say.
I'll wait to say.
All right. That goes under ninja
With a J.
with a J.
That's on the character sheet.
I know.
It's actually the male version of ninja.
Yeah.
I'm just-
Oh, I didn't.
I'm
realize
assuming
that all-
Spanish that
No,
Spanish and
it's not.
Japanese use the same gender rules for their languages.
That's absolutely
So
how
all
that
the
works.
ninja we've ever seen have been female.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm cool with that, actually.
Yeah, it's fine.
He chews loud, so I turn it down because I'm listening. It's like it's chewing in my ear.
It's funny. I just saw you as you casually were like,
When he talks, I turn it back on.
So
So-
the next question on the 20 questions is, what is your character's opinion of their clan?
Right.
But my opinion about the Phoenix clan is unchanged. But I was doing this at night, and it made me laugh. I wrote, Phoenix is lit.
That's hilarious.
Come on. And that gives me a glory increase of 5.
Okay.
I also chose to believe strongly, specifically because of the way I left, which is to follow my duty and protect my Shigenja, who I've been assigned to.
So you're still both
Thumbs up, Phoenix.
on Team Phoenix, even though you're not on Team Phoenix.
Right.
Even
Right.
though now you're sitting in the stands,
Right.
you
We
have
we
as
still put
much
on our
conviction
jerseys.
as if you were on the field.
We paint our face for the
Right.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably, I think I'm. So now I want to be different because you guys are both like, go our clan. I feel maybe
Your clan's different.
Yeah,
so-
but it also just fitted in with your backstory. Mine fit just perfectly. I got assigned to a Shigenja. I got to do my duty.
Is that how you make a character sword?
Yeah,
Really?
I just follow along.
That's great.
I think
Thank you
it's
for
gonna be
explaining that. to me.
great.
Stork's a good
Page
soldier.
Yeah.
3.
But like I don't know, like I like doing things that are different. So I think I was gonna say that I was super behind the Crab Clan, but then and its mission, but against its current leaders. But I think at this point,
This is critical because there's a
Okay.
change in the
okay.
Oh,
there's a change in the beta. If your character has a fundamental disagreement with their clan's beliefs, policies, or practices and has defied these in the past, gain 1 rank of 1 skill in which you have 0 ranks, and decide why your character's possession of this skill is in defiance of the clan, family, teacher, or community.
Oh, it's good that they give a reward for that because there really wasn't one.
Now-
It's like, why
but
would
you
you do
used to get a
this?
skill increase. If you went with against, you still got. I don't think that changed.
Oh, well,
Maybe-
but
maybe
it
the
said to
way-
replace this paragraph with this paragraph,
Oh.
so that's what I just read. So I don't know if that will change it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of like the idea too. Where, like she's pretty young, and like she watched her father and her her father's father, all these like dedicate everything to the Crab Clan, and the Crab Clan for what she sees as political reasons just completely humiliated
Shoot
and
'em
turned
up
on
and spit
them.
'em out.
Right.
So it's like at this point, it's like she sees her family as the honorable one, and the Crab Clan as the unhonorable one.
Okay.
Unhonorable, unhonorable.
They did what they did for political expediency.
Right, and in that threw away generations of like hard service, and
Right.
death protecting Rokugan.
Right.
So no longer will she serve them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's awesome. Question 8. What does your character think of Bushido?
Well, being the Bushi soldier, Bushi being the school, I believe it. It's been serving me well.
So you follow that shit.
I have to follow that shit.
So you gave yourself 10.
I gave
10
myself
honor.
10.
I also went with the way of Bushido.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I want to be different again.
It's okay. You don't have
know.
to be.
I know. Wait, let me read the other thing. Is there an update on this one?
No.
Okay.
If your character diverges from some or all common beliefs about how samurai should behave honorably, gain 1 rank in the following skills to reflect past behavior that was unbefitting of a samurai: commerce, labor, medicine, seafaring, skullduggery, or survival.
Nothing.
Oh, was I not visible on the screen?
No,
No, I was just laughing.
I was reading it.
Oh.
at the same
She was lip syncing,
but
and then I
in
did the
your
Muppet
voice,
head.
it was
Okay.
funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, I think Bushido's still like my whole thing because
Okay.
family honor is still something that's
Yeah.
super important to me.
Excellent. It's my favorite crowbar. What is your character's greatest accomplishment so far?
Ooh.
I put down that I was one of the rare Isawa Shugenja that had a good connection to earth spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was like, what?
No.
I thought you were like, I want to say something, not waving hi.
Wasabi peas.
So that I stood out because of that.
Okay.
And then because of that, I got a distinction.
You can hear through your feet.
I loved her. Toph was the greatest. Love her. She raised a freaking library out of the desert by herself. She's so awesome.
I love her like in the so good.
Right, it's so good.
So
In both of them, in both the series. Go.
I went with famously reliable,
Okay.
because that's the earth focus. So pristine is your reputation that others assume you will see things through even against the greatest of odds. And then other people have heard of me or my remarkable adherence to my oaths and responsibilities, even over and above most samurai, and believe it by default unless given evidence to the contrary. When performing a check in which I need to leverage my reputation on keeping oaths and bargains, check to calm a panic soldier, or performance earth check to relate a tale that inspires patience, I can re-roll up to 2 dice.
Okay. I'm assuming that's before you select your kept dice.
Well, it says re-roll. So yeah,
I would think so. All right. Is that actually dice mechanics are more complicated now? Because there's actually a you re-roll dice after you pick the ones that you're going to keep, because you get re-rolls on them. You don't roll them. All
Right,
that
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
happens after you've picked what dice you're.
sure.
All right. Great accomplishments.
I'm looking for those. It says there's on page 61, and I'm not seeing them.
On page 40, and then
Well, you kind of come up with your own great
Yeah.
accomplishment, and then that kind of you kind of have to figure out
What advantage it gives you.
what element
Got
it
it.
ties into, and then you can pick an advantage from this. Like, it goes on many pages.
so I went with becoming a guardian, but becoming one of the youngest guardians to get assigned to protect the Shigenja.
Okay.
It was a great honor, considering my honor, or my glory, and my honor increase. I very early on got assigned to this guy, for better or worse. Maybe
Right.
they knew something I didn't. And because of that, I picked karmic tie, and it's an interpersonal spiritual description for purposes that mortals can only guess at. The destinies of certain samurai are bound tightly together, such that if the strings of fate are pulled against one person, the other can feel the same intrinsically. This bond might even transcend death. Even after one person has died, the other occasionally feels their presence guiding them. Effects: the following apply to the character with the karmic tie distinction. You have a supernatural tie with another character of your choosing, and you can tell as if you had a sixth sense when the character to whom you are karmically tied is in danger or has died. You always know the general direction they are located in, even if they are separated from you by thousands of li. When performing the check, to act on behalf with the one with whom you share a bond, such as composition void, check to express your truest feelings in a poem or a martial arts melee void. Check to fight on their behalf. You may re-roll up to 2 dice during step 3, assemble and roll dice. pool. So I was going to have a karmic tie with Dave.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome.
That's really good.
Because then if a character dies, I can still come back as like a force ghost. And
It'll
just follow
mess
you
me
around
up, yeah.
and be like, Stork, trust your feelings.
Okay. Accomplishments?
Well, I want my accomplishment to be kind of akin, like being when I was really young and being part of this like famous family. Like maybe before, like while I was training in my bushi school, I decided to go out to the wall before I was really supposed to, and I was faced with this horrible darkness monster, and I managed to kill it.
Okay.
Like on my own, like without training. Which, you know, made my father super proud, and like, oh, the legacy continues. And now I'm looking through the advantages and distinctions right now. I'm kind of liking the indomitable will, which, although nobody is without fear, your will cannot be overcome so easily. Which
that totally fits.
Yeah.
That totally fits.
I think that fits really well. I'll look through them and see if there's something else, but I feel like that's something that, like, from birth is like, you are part of this family. You know, our purpose is to kill these monsters. Like, don't be afraid.
No first years could take on a fully grown cave troll.
Right, exactly. Sound perfect.
Okay. What holds your character back the most in life?
Other than being Ronin.
Well,
There's that. Yeah.
This is where I lost my arm disadvantage
Okay.
comes in. My adversity is I don't have a left arm.
Got it.
And this is where my disadvantage now informs what my character longs for. I decided to go with mute.
Okay.
My character does not speak.
Now, is this a choice or is this a physical affliction?
It's a physical affliction. I've written sort of a supernatural backstory attached to it. I will send it to you.
All
It
right.
has to do with, I think, the Kaku, which are the crow people. I can tell you. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
What pages are those on?
72. And so that now forms 6, which is what does your character long for, is earning my voice back.
Okay.
Oh, you made a deal
So
with
you
Ursula.
will eventually talk.
Maybe. Maybe.
You're gonna.
Not if, Dave
No,
commits seppuku and suddenly he
Well,
accidentally grabs his sword and cuts
it's
himself
more than
too.
that. The person I made the deal with tend to be kind of the neutral pranksters or neutral fae, and so whatever their agenda is may not be.
Right.
Who knows? Who knows what their agenda is?
Right.
But I made a deal, and I have to earn my voice back,
Excellent.
and they never actually told me how.
Why would they?
More fodder for the GM.
No, but Stork and I talked a little bit as he was coming up with this idea about, like, we're going to be in a situation where, like, I know his sign language. Most other people don't. So it'll be kind of like Han and Chewie.
Exactly.
But I can also totally be like, oh, yeah, he's totally in on this plan, everybody. And he's like,
Right.
Nice.
and I'm like, no, everything's cool, let's go.
I'll also carry a chalkboard around my neck that I will write on. But for the most part, I will be describing my actions, describing what I'm doing. It's very much Han and Chewie.
Right.
So he and I can still converse, and I can still say things because I'm signing or whatever. But but nobody will really be able to understand it. When I first took this, I'm like, this is the challenge to overcome. But there's lots of characters from movies and such where we don't understand what they say, and yet you completely understand what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, because at least there's somebody there to translate. It only gets awkward when I'm stuck alone and people are trying to question me, and I'm.
What's
having to-
that?
But
What's
again,
that, Stork?
again with the chalkboard.
Dave fell down the well.
Right?
What holds you back?
This might be the worst idea ever, but I'm kind of in love with it. I like haunting. I think I'm haunted by the spirit of my dead father,
Okay.
who wants me to stay loyal to the Crab Clan and fight on the wall.
Nice.
And you're like, no.
And I'm like, no, you're the reason that, they're the reason
awesome.
you're dead.
That's
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, a ghost, an ancestor
I learned from
spirit,
watching you.
or a spirit from another realm is haunting you. Yeah. And so that gives, the spirit has their own agenda determined by the GM. I think, you can determine.
Is it Diet Coke?
Diet Coke?
Yeah.
good.
Orange whip?
Orange whip?
I'm okay.
3 orange whips.
And then, I'm sorry, determined by the GM, which interferes with yours at inopportune times. When you make a check to defy the will of the spirit haunting you, check to find solace in meditation or in skullduggery. Right, maybe that makes me want to change my answer for another one. But that's okay. We don't have to do it right now.
All right. I wrote it down.
I think it's a good.
No, I think no. I mean, but it makes me kind of wonder if maybe I did go against Bushido. Maybe I abandoned everything and am more Douglas.
Oh.
We'll have to see.
Oh yeah, that sort of harmonizes with that a little more, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back. I'll circle that one. So have to go back. For
What
review.
activity makes your character? Oh, did you give me your? Oh yeah, you did. Your arm, right? What activity makes your character feel at peace?
I love tea.
Is there a list of these, or do we make these up?
No. Well, there is on page
There's so many lists
67.
of things.
67.
67.
I have 68. I think
All right,
67,
I'll look down.
68.
I got it. Yeah.
It talks about passions.
Yes.
Specific passions. Starts on 66.
Yeah. Okay.
So I went with tea. I love tea.
It's like, what's his name? You should calm down and just make some tea.
Right. Yes, yes. So by choosing tea, I love tea possibly as much as I love breathing. My zeal for the fine art of steeping leaves might focus around traditional Rokugani powdered teas served in the highest courts, common brews made in humble teapots, unique foreign blends from the Isles of Spice and Silk, or the Burning Sands, or all of the above. I can, because of my passion for tea, I can identify regional variations in the tea and know a great deal about the process of preparing and drying leaves. In the wilderness, I can acquire natural ingredients to make rustic teas of various sorts with relative ease. And then after performing a check to interact with tea, such as a medicine void check to brew a tea with ingredients to help the body recover on its own, or a performance void check to perform a tea ceremony that helps the recipients contemplate their state in life, I remove 3 strife.
Nice.
Well, I wrote down generosity, which is on page 67. It's a water skill. My thought was, again, another character nobody can understand was Groot, who likes to, give little flowers to kids and such, and he's just sort of generous and big-hearted. And so that was sort of the archetype I was working with, and I'm like, all right, so generosity fits. But so a bunch of these don't really seem to fit sort of the Groot, chewy character I'm going for. But I'll read you generosity. There is actually one here about flowers.
Well, generosity is a disadvantage in there?
No, it's a passion.
Oh, it's a passion, okay.
So it's like, what's something that your character
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
So this is, you derive great personal pleasure from gift giving, and you have an intuition about proper gifts for people. Effects. The following apply to the character with the generosity passion. You can always identify a proper gift for a particular person that does not risk giving offense or slighting them publicly. After performing a check to acquire or give a gift, such as design water, check to select an item that complements someone else's wardrobe or commerce. Check to find select a gift in the market. You remove 3 strife.
I think that fits.
I think that fits amazingly.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of, like, it's not just about being generous, it's about knowing the thing that will make somebody really happy. Because you don't talk,
Right.
you observe a lot.
That's
So
exactly
you're
what I
really
was
good-
going
yeah,
with.
Totally.
Exactly. And again, it fits sort of the Groot, chewy, kind of gentle, big, gentle giant kind of thing I'm going for.
Until it's time to pull arms.
Exactly. Pull arms off of droids.
Oh, I'm trying to decide between a couple of them. I want to pick something that's a little bit like off type. So I like fortune telling because I feel like that's something that she'd probably be super into. But I also like the idea of stories, like because stories are such a huge part of my family's legacy, and like listening to, remembering, and telling stories. But then part of me is also like, no, it should be something way off type, like fashion. And she's like secretly like a clothes horse, and her parents would be so embarrassed if they found out like that. But it's going to totally help her out when she joins the crab clan or the crane clan later. Suddenly she's like, oh, look at all the clothes. So
That's funny. I like it.
I don't know. Let me think about that for a little while.
I actually liked all 3 of the things you mentioned.
Right? I like all 3 of
Like-
those things too. I can't really decide between
Like
them.
the fortune teller thing totally jives with the haunted.
Yeah.
Like, so you have pursued weirdness.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, they want me to have a goat. The chat room says.
Oh,
That didn't end super well last time when I was in a game with Dave, so I'm just going to not
but
go
I'm
for
not
the
the
goat.
boss this time.
I also kind of like provocation myself, too. With your tongue is razor sharp, and you never feel better than when you're delivering a clever quip or a venomous barb. I could totally see her as just being, tank girl or...
Yeah, but that's also like
Is it too
kind of
expected?
yeah, well, and also it's like that's not who she is, like, inside. She's kind of like the perfect crab with, like, the hard shell and then, like, the soft in the inside.
Soft shell crab.
So, I don't know. Let me think about that. I'm not doing attack goat. I'm sorry, chat room. I'm not going for that. That's
Not
super
doing the
cute.
goat.
Attack goat?
Yeah, they want to, because one of
You
them
have
is...
trained your goat to
Yeah,
attack
one of them
and
is...
pull your chariot?
Yeah, animal bond. They want me to have an attack goat. They're gonna, there's okay. I'll decide on that. Can I decide on that a little bit later? Or does it affect things? Okay. No, I have to do it right now.
We'll wait.
No way.
That was amazing. Because you were just like, yeah, I'll just decide it's cool. And Stu's like, no. And you just kept going because you just expected to be like, yeah, no problem.
No, you can't.
I know.
Oh, that's great.
Just don't forget it because it's important.
I won't. There's a whole thing. It's a thing right here. I'll write down the ones I like and I'll decide.
So then question 13. What concern, fear, or foible?
No, wait, we're at 12.
Oh, 12, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 12. Yeah.
Skipping ahead.
What concern, fear, or foible troubles your character the most? Isn't that what we were just saying?
I was reading the right one. I said the wrong number.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yes. Sake.
When anxiety, you choose an anxiety disadvantage from page 74.
I chose one on page 77 because I am
It says it
terrified.
has to be in 74.
Starting on 74.
I
Oh.
like all these lists of stuff. I want to just make stuff up.
Well, you do make stuff up and then
I
find what
know.
matches.
Find one that's
That's
close.
what I did. Like, I answered all the questions, then I was like, let me flip through these choices
And
now.
find it. I'm sorry, you said it was 67?
70 starts on 74.
So my character is terrified of killing somebody.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a killer kind of person at all. So I went with soft-hearted on page 77.
I was waffling between that one, but I went with painfully honest, which is on page 76.
That's a good thing.
And painfully honest is you are tormented by internal conflict when you lie or allow a lie to pass. You cannot lie directly, and though you can tell, or abet indirect lies or lies of omission, you don't enjoy it.
There's a modification.
Is there to that one?
There's a modification to that. Let me find it. It's on page 5.
How do you remember that?
I wrote them all down. I went through the book and wrote them all down.
Which one did you pick? Which one was it?
It's painful honesty on 76.
Let's see. Page 76. Painful honesty. Replace the text for the first bullet point with
So description.
for the
Oh, the
effects.
first bullet point.
Yeah, that goes away. And it's now, you cannot make claims you know to be false, though you can say technically truthful things that imply untruths if politeness or circumstances demand it.
Okay.
Like
that is a
say-
lovely dress.
No, it does not make your ass look. I mean,
Right,
it is a
exactly.
lovely dress. Yeah, you're right, because you can't say, yeah,
Right.
it's a lovely dress. Does this dress make my? It's lovely.
I can't imagine that dress looking better on anyone else.
There you go. Okay. And then the second one, which is I guess not changed,
That is unchanged.
is after you make a check to mislead someone, such as a courtesy check or falsely besmirch someone's reputation, check to manipulate or you suffer 3 strife. If you suffer an outburst this way, you gain a void point in resolving the outburst. So he just can't lie.
my
He's just a big,
my
nice
concern
guy.
about this being mute and not being able to lie.
Right.
I wonder how often it's going to come in. So I
Yeah.
think you're going to need to concentrate on the second part of that,
Do not
which
allow
is
a lie.
do not allow a lie
Right.
to pass. That
That's-
kind of needs to be
When I'm hearing a lie, especially from him, I have to come up and smack him on the head, kind of thing.
right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, stomp my foot under the table.
Right.
Yeah.
And knowing Dave, I can see that happening a lot.
right. Okay. As long as we're on the same page. Can I have a little bit more of that?
Of course.
That was fantastic.
I was just putting it back in so it stayed cold. Anybody else?
Come on, Kimmy. I'll do it if you do it.
Oh yeah, one more. It's
What's
good.
your anxiety?
Me? Oh, okay. Oh, right.
No, I'm still deciding.
She's anxious about it.
While she's deciding, I'll
She's
actually
indecisive.
read
Is there an
mine.
indecisive?
Yeah, read yours.
Uh,
Okay, we've had like 30 seconds for me to pick this thing. I know I was supposed to look ahead of time, but I wanted to pick stuff that, like, I like the fact that you guys pick stuff and then I pick stuff that's different. This is one of
So
my
you get some
favorite.
contrast, right?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ways to make characters is picking the thing that no one else is picking.
Making characters together is absolutely of a benefit. I agree. So the soft-hearted effect. Well, I'll just read the description too. Samurai are warriors, yet war is not in my nature. Despite any skill with the blade or experience on the field that I might accrue, the sight of the suffering of others wrenches at you in a way that your code as a samurai says it should not. When I do kill someone, I feel incredible guilt over it, even if I did not intend for them to die. The effects are, if given the choice to kill someone or spare them, I will always spare them, even if it's not in my best interest to let them live. After performing a check to kill others or let them die, such as a government fire check, I don't think that means like having the government shoot people.
No, I mean it's a government lighting something on fire.
Yeah. Burn it down.
It's not laying down suppressive fire.
Check to estimate the burden of war that would place on the common people, or a martial arts ranged fire check to shoot to kill. I suffer 3 strife, and then if this causes me to have an outburst, I gain a void point.
Excellent.
Are you meaning me or you?
No, I'm disappointed in myself because I actually did name my father.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but it's cool. We'll stick with the whatever that was.
Okay.
I forgot.
I kind of like the whispers.
Sergito made a suggestion.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Superstition fits perfectly with the fact that you're haunted.
Oh, that's true. I like that one. I also kind of like the whispers of poverty one, which is people believe your fortunes to be on the decline and your lineage fallen from lofty heights. That one
makes sense,
matches.
too.
Yeah, not so much the poverty because I don't think my character would really care so much about that. Although, unless she's obsessed
Unless
with
you do the
fashion.
clothes thing.
But it's like what, like the fact that they fell from grace. There's also the sworn enemy thing. Like maybe I've sworn that the new Kreb clan Damyo is like for killing my father.
Well, they have to be sworn against you too.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd care. He doesn't consider me.
Because
a
that's
threat.
your anxiety is like they're coming.
Oh,
after
they're
you.
coming after me. Oh, I see. Okay.
Which
then-
maybe they are. You know.
I don't think I've done one cool thing, but I'm also like not super famous or anything like that. Okay. Yeah, I like superstition. Or yeah, the book is a little difficult. Sounds mode. Yeah,
You were floating around page, 70...
I was on 74. I'll go with either.
Oh, actually, no, wait. Whispers of Poverty, that's not an anxiety.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It has to be an anxiety.
Oh, I'm on the wrong
If
section.
I recall correctly, didn't
Yes, no, it does. I might be on the wrong section. I just started flipping.
unless it said you can add anxiety or something
It did
else.
not say that. I think I
No.
just flipped to the wrong thing while I was scrolling through my PDF. I apologize.
No. Whispers of Anxiety is Whispers of Poverty is on the right page,
Oh.
but it starts in the next column where the
Right.
anxieties are.
Got it. That's well laid out. Thanks for that. That's great.
Yeah, their
Cynicism?
heading titles could be a little bit bigger
A
and
little.
bolder.
Oh, I see. And it's the same font and the
Mhm.
same boldness of font for all the things.
It's not even a different color.
Nope. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Let's go with superstitious. I like
Oh,
that.
superstitious.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay.
Or there's materialism. If you want
Yeah,
to
I
stick
like
with
that.
the
Materialism
closed
and perfectionism.
All
All
right.
right. I'll list all of those and I'll decide later.
The next one is, who has your character learned the most from during your life? And I, not to cheat or anything, just said it would be the first person that was my charge. So it would be the first person that I was in charge of a life that I was. So it would be Dave's character.
So you're
because
you're robbing me of NPCs, is what you're saying.
yes,
You've done it once already, and now you're doing it again.
yes, but I'm going to give you one in a minute.
Okay, all right.
Well, he did give you like the race of crow people.
Right,
Yes,
that's
true,
it.
right.
That's the dark secret that is part of my disadvantage.
Okay, all right.
And the dark secret is, you have a dark secret that, if exposed, could bring ruin upon your house and disgrace your ancestors and descendants alike. The following apply to the character with the dark secret anxiety. If the details of this secret are exposed publicly, your glory decreases dramatically by 10 to 20. Depending on the secret, your status might also decrease. After performing a check to assert your will over yourself or others, under your command, if I'm ever in command, check to order troops, that's going to be rough when you can't speak, to fight to the bitter end or a meditation. If this causes you to suffer an outburst, you gain a void point.
You get 2 adversities? Oh no, you're disadvantaged.
It's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Now, I could change that if you want, because I am robbing you of NPCs. I could
that's
give
fine.
you another NPC if you truly wish. I was just thinking that it's all just going to school and learning battle stances up until you get your first charge.
Right.
When you first get the first person that you're watching as a bodyguard, that's the person you learn the most from, because their foibles, it's all of a sudden there's nothing you can teach. You can learn from a textbook.
Got it. Okay. All right. Some of you learned.
Well, I too robbed you
Okay.
because I said obviously my father as the teacher, like the person that taught me all of the harmony of the elements and all that jazz. But I could come up with somebody else.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
And then I went with a skill increase for theology. But then now I've got to change my disadvantage because I went with haunting, like not an ancestor, but like
Right.
some kind of kami that followed me around and
Got
causes trouble. But I'll change something.
All right. Like a dirt gnome follows you around.
A dirt gnome. Yes, that's just what I want.
It's oddly specific, a dirt gnome.
I like it though.
Well, he has the whole earth affinity.
Is it going to be Simander the Great?
Maybe. Could be. Might be something.
How many people loved Simander the Great? I loved Simander the Great. It was arguably one of your best characters. He's up there with Calvin. It's just, now I want you to play Simander the Great in a D&D game.
I don't know. I'm sort of robbing you of an NPC because I would say 100% my father, but my father is already an NPC. He's just like a ghost NPC.
And he's dead, right.
I mean, he's there. He's an
It
actor.
probably is, and that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah.
So you get a...
You know, maybe I was super close to the Daimyo too, though, because they were like best friends, almost brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That like I actually like learned a lot from the Daimyo as well.
Okay.
And then which made his betrayal even more awful for me because it was like my
Such a dick.
yeah.
So I've already got him, though. Hida
Yeah.
Yokitsune.
I mean,
Yokitsune. That's fine.
yeah,
That's good.
those are the good ones.
All right.
I think for my disadvantage, instead of haunted, so we don't have two people wandering around
With ghosts.
pawing at spirits,
Right.
I'm going to go with lost memories. Like, I can't actually remember the day of the fight, like the argument. So, like, I woke up after being banished.
Got it.
Like, they made sure I wasn't about to die, and then literally, like, I woke up in the back of a cart that he's riding away from town.
There you go. That's
Kind
cool.
of a thing. So I
Okay.
don't remember the
You're like,
actual
what
fight.
happened? What happened? And I have to sign to you. We got kicked out.
Right. And I'm like,
How's
what?
your arm?
Yeah. And then the whole, like, arm's gone suddenly. Like, yeah. So I struggle to recall that critical moment of
Okay.
my character's path. Because it says it's a period of your life that you can't remember. This important period. Period is important to your identity. The less important it is to your identity, the longer it should be. But this is kind of like the foundational moment
Right.
of the character. So I figured like that day.
I wonder if something was messing with your memories, perhaps attached to a dark
Maybe.
secret.
When I make a check to recall information I learned prior to the period, I must choose and reroll 2 dice, showing
Successes.
either the small collection of sperm or the
Success.
Ouroboros.
I don't remember.
Ew.
Or the one long one. Right?
Are you talking about the one that looks like a flower?
No, it's
No,
like
it's the long
circle
sperm. It's
with
a success. The
Okay, that's a success.
the little heart-shaped ones are strife.
Well, it's not a heart. It's like the 3. It's like 3 little tiny.
Oh, the yin and the yang. Is that an exploding success?
It's explosive success. Yes.
That might be an exploding.
You bet it is.
Yeah, that's an explosive success. Yeah. Okay. So you basically...
You know what?
and-
They are now, right now, busy redoing that symbol. Or renaming it. Because of you, Dave.
Yep.
All right.
when Beta Rules Update 5.0 comes out, it's all fuck you, Dave.
In the notes. Thanks to Dave Hoover for pointing
Now,
out.
we're having to reprogram the dice app and retool up the dice manufacturing facility. Piece of shit.
Question 14. What detail do others find most striking about your character, Stork?
I went with giant. He's a big, tall dude.
Awesome.
On top of the fact that he's mute, but that was pretty obvious. But I'm going to make him a very big dude. Again, we're going with the Groot Chewie archetype.
I am mute.
I'm mute. Obvious, I know, but it's still pretty obvious. You know, it's like, you must be, you're a mute, an incredibly big mute. Must have been the Lord of Cinderglass.
I was gonna go for being big, but now I'm gonna change my answer.
You can both be big.
No, it's not. It's not.
That'd be
as
awesome, because it's the two of you that are like 7 foot tall. You've got the giant Tetsubo, he's got the Naginata, like giant weapons.
Yeah.
And then just me.
Right.
Like, hello.
It's not as striking though. There's two of us. It's not like
No, but like the camera shot.
Yes.
That's the
No,
part
that
that's
I like,
hilarious. Like
yeah.
the two of you up here, and then the camera just goes.
yeah.
Brianna, in standing next to a guy who's taller than her, is still striking.
Yes, that's true. That's
Two
true.
Asgardians and Jane Foster.
Yeah.
And Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Let me think about it. Go.
Well, I know I'm supposed to be like fairly calm and collected, but I hope I have more
She's pretty
passion
comic
for my character
Well,
than Jane Foster in the Thor movies.
I know you're going to end up as Rocket. I just know you are. You're going to be all...
No, literally all the choices I made were to try and be different.
Okay.
Different.
So I'm going to be you. I'm going to eat. Good news!
This is the gesture.
Yeah. It's just the...
You push the doors open and they thump, and then you just go.
Well, mute people can laugh and make
Yeah.
noises. They just can't talk.
Right.
I'm gonna also be large, like not super large. For Crab Clan, I'm probably not like massive.
Right.
But like I'm actually really pretty for the Crab Clan,
Oh, okay.
which is not like. But I also have this huge scar, like straight through my face from that first battle I had fighting that.
Oh, with the
Yeah.
taint demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like it looks like a porcelain doll, almost like a giant like crack.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Someday you end up in the Scorpion Clan, no one will know.
Yeah.
You'll just be
There you go. Yeah.
super hot Scorpion
That'd
girl.
be great. Yeah.
Yeah, you wear a little mask.
Just one little.
It's just one like
Yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, that's the weirdest mask ever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
Is that
hide
lame?
anything.
Is that like predictable?
No, not at all.
It ruined your modeling career, so you became a warrior instead.
Yeah, absolutely. Crab Clan fashion model.
Teen Crab Magazine?
Yeah.
Well, she is into fashion.
Maybe I haven't decided yet.
I love that though.
Yeah,
love
I
that
know. I
idea.
really like that too. It's kind of. Can I pick two? Can I really?
No.
Damn it.
No, we can't because it actually has. They all have game mechanic effects.
Yeah.
Okay, can I pick one
Nope.
and not have the game mechanic effects of it?
Well, yeah, I'm sure you can always
the,
do that.
The details that people find most striking about your character is a game effect?
No.
No, I mean the fashion versus.
Oh, yeah.
It was
I like-
the what activity makes you feel at peace.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
your passion. Yeah.
Maybe
Turn
I'll,
to the
'cause I
left.
kind of like the fortune telling thing, but maybe I'll do fashion as just like an RP thing.
Okay.
I'll think about it. I really like the fashion.
Yeah, shopping might allow you to get rid of not
Distribution
Taint?
of wealth.
not they're not taint. What are they called?
Strife.
Strife.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to see.
It's very common.
Yeah, it is.
What? Okay, striking detail.
I think I was going to go with. I was also going to go with attractive to be
Okay.
out of type, but
But you still can't because I'm not anymore. Like
But-
I've got like.
But I think it's really about like I want to be the with odd colored eyes.
Ooh.
The David Bowie thing.
Like maybe that
Different colors.
Other than the fact that you're missing an arm, which is a pretty distinctive characteristic.
right, yeah, that obvious is the thing. But I'd rather give some other detail as well. So yeah, I could go with hetero.
I don't know.
What is that?
You're on your own.
Heterochromia.
Yeah, isn't that the term for the
It
having
might,
two
it
different
might
colored
be.
eyes?
Let me look. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Wow.
Heterochromia iridum. Heterochromia iridum.
Just so you know, that's one of those min-max things that people mock all the time as sort of a. I think it's in GURPS that you can take that as and get points for it, but it doesn't really affect your character. Just so you know that you're probably going to get. I understand.
It wouldn't give him point. Yeah, it wouldn't do anything for him.
Just
anyway.
gonna.
If I was taking it to like as a disadvantage, no, that's weak. But
That's like taking anosmia. No sense of smell.
but that would fuck me up because I love tea.
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
That would be crippling.
Maybe that's why you love tea.
Oh, that's true.
Is he got a constant cold, constant nose infection?
Yeah, I'm just horrible sinus infection. Like
Constantly.
everywhere we go.
Dung tea.
Doesn't matter, can't taste it anyway. Gulp.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of like a bright emerald eye and then a crystal blue eye.
Okay.
Can't it just be mossy green and just like sort of a indigo blue? It really has to be crystal.
Yeah. Well, you
and
know that.
azure. I know.
No, you know the difference between when you see somebody that has that super, almost white blue eye.
Love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love those eyes. They're like well, not dog's eyes, but like wolves' eyes or whatever. It's really disarming. You can't help but stare at their eyes, and they ask you questions. You're like, I'm sorry, I was completely lost in your
Sorry.
eyes. I have blue eyes, and I've always wanted those icy blue eyes. Very rare.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it for 14.
So 15.
Oh, there's a change.
Uh-oh. Bum,
Oh, this actually might be for 14. Let me check
Oh.
real quick here.
Maybe I did take something that gives me a mechanical advantage.
Additionally, this is added to the thing. Additionally, choose one distinctive piece of equipment or other weapon or armor that your character carries or wears most of the time. This bit of personal flair might accent their striking features or stand in contrast to them.
Okay. When I kind of pre-made this character, I made a roll and got like armor on like one of the things, but I'm not sure if I wear that all the time. So I'm going to go with the Naginata, which is a really frightening weapon.
Okay.
It's like a 7-foot pole with a giant blade on it.
So it's made for your, and it's like
It's scaled
adapted
up to
for your height.
size. Yeah, yeah.
It's maybe even.
They're giant to begin with.
Sure.
Well, yeah,
in
but-
fact, they say you don't really stride through town with them anyway because it's very off-putting.
Right.
It's kind of like walking around with a
a shotgun.
An M50.
yeah,
Right.
or one of those mini Gatling guns. Yeah.
I was thinking that the armor, like your pants, were like floods. Don't accentuate your height.
If you want to do that, I can go with that. I don't mind the clown thing. I mean,
You
is that-
always wear vertical stripes, so you look like you're 17 miles tall.
I actually don't want to carry the Naginata all around all the time. It's just going to be like every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to want to attack you.
Well, it's
so.
Literally the
it's something.
Naginata around your
It doesn't
neck.
have. I mean, it doesn't have to be that. It could be
What
something.
question are we on?
This is the addition to 14.
Yeah, it's the addition to
Oh.
14.
have
Can you
to
read
come
that
up with
again?
some specific-
What are they?
Some,
a specific
some item or that something you carry that either accentuates or helps.
One distinctive piece of equipment other than a weapon or armor
All right.
that your character carries or wears most of the time. This bit of personal flair might
Okay.
accent their striking features or stand in contrast to them.
I know exactly what it is. He's
Right.
a tall, powerful-looking dude with this chalkboard and a piece of chalk hanging around his neck.
Okay, perfect.
Can tattoos be that?
I would think so.
Okay, the chat room came up with a fucking amazing idea that I have to, like, it's just, like, amazing. James V came up with them. Wait, let me scroll back so I get the name right. So, Japanese use gold to repair cracked porcelain.
Mm-hmm.
So their idea was for me to have gotten, like, a golden tattoo along the scars.
That's awesome.
So it was like, isn't that the fucking
Yeah.
coolest idea ever? Thank you,
Fits
James
well
V.
with fashion.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it does tie
I
in
don't
with the
remember
fashion.
that art. There's a special name.
There's a name
that
for
art,
it. They
yeah.
didn't say the name, but I've seen it,
yeah.
and it's something that's like very, and it's the item is considered more beautiful for it.
right.
And that seems something like Crab Clan would like like a fashion conscious like Crab Clan person, because it's like, I've gotten these in the service of saving your asses. Look how beautiful it is.
And wow, that would have hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's not actually gold.
Yeah.
I think it would have
Or-
to be. They would have to tattoo her with like actual like gold flakes or something, because otherwise it's just yellow, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, they have magic, so like I'm sure it hurt, and I want it to fucking have hurt because she's a fucking badass.
Sure.
But I'm pretty sure they could figure out how to make If they can make
That's
magic.
how they cauterize the wound. They
Oh yeah, they
put-
just put in.
Have you seen?
Like a
have you
molten
seen
gold paste.
the Golden Circle?
Oh.
Kingsman? Anyone?
Not yet.
yet.
The new one, right? I haven't seen the new one yet.
That
I will.
it's
but
not as good as the first one, but it's still very funny. But they have
Wabi
a
sabi is what it's called.
they have an emblem that gets put on them,
Oh yeah.
and it's made out of gold, and it's actually molten gold.
Oh,
That's
fabulous.
like embedded just under the skin, so it burns
Okay.
away, and then it's like
Yeah.
So much better than the Game of Thrones way.
that's pretty vicious. That's I can't think of a worse way to die
But
See,
you
I'm not-
get
yeah.
you
than
get all the
having
gold you want.
molten gold poured over your head. That's pretty horrendous.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's my
can
one
think of a
thing. Is like I'm not
Maybe.
sure how that would actually. But with magic, we'll just say magic.
Well, yeah.
fine.
It's fucking cool.
There's like an ancient crone crab Shugenja tattoo artist. Like she can't fight anymore, but she helps.
Yeah. Amazing shit like that.
And if you scream, she sticks you with little pins.
I repair broken
So
weapons.
that counts as like the item or
Sure,
okay.
that's fine.
I repair broken weapons, and that's what
Did you pick something?
I think I want to go with like the monster hat,
Okay.
like just the
Like
almost
sto-
like the storms from Big Trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just
It has a door on it. A little hatch for your eyes.
Oh, they say there's a dragon clan like literally devoted to magical tattoos. I don't know if they're fucking with me. They might be fucking with me.
No, they may not be.
No, one of
It's
the
in the old version. It's not in the new.
no,
version.
in one of the monks, I think one of the clan monks are all tattooed up.
No, cool.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So that was 14 to 15. How does your character react to stressful situations?
I wrote because I picture this guy as a very gregarious guy. He likes to eat. He sort of laughs. He drinks. He sort of and when shit goes sideways, he gets icy calm, has a purposeful stride, and shit just got real. When he walks up and puts his hand on your shoulder
when
and
the
isn't
mute
laughing,
goes quiet, then you know.
Yeah.
So the mute gets... Okay, I'm starting to notice something.
Yeah.
The trend here. Stork.
Your disads are
Let
all
me-
about
let me-
not talking.
And let me read something here.
yeah,
Describe a noteworthy physical response that your character has during times of stress. Record this as a personal outburst in the personal outburst section of your character sheet. So when your character has an outburst, they also display the listed behavior.
I have
You
shift.
being quiet and calm.
No, that's this. My personal outburst is shift to defensive stance.
I would say okay.
Are they listed somewhere? Mm-hmm. Where are they?
I don't know. I don't have it on
Oh,
page.
I thought you were looking at that page. Never mind. I can look through it and find it. I can do that. I thought you just had it open to that.
So it's a big tell if you get calm and drop your weapon and shift to a defensive stance. Anybody who is going to duel you knows full well you've crossed a line. It's the tell of like a gunfighter reaching for his gun and putting his hand on his gun weapon. You grab your Naginata, you get really calm,
Slide
and you
your
get
legs
it
apart.
right, and shift to defensive stance.
But he does that like when he's worried.
So that's what you do when you were berated by your lord, for instance, because that's one of the examples they
To
give.
tell.
So you would actually like draw on your lord.
No,
if
not
he's
draw,
berating
but
you.
I sit down and shift to defensive stance. Drawing the weapon out and actually having it ready, but my grip tightens and you shift. You get ready to move.
That's kind of
No?
going contrary. You should read the thing because it's kind of
Okay.
going contrary.
What page
to
is
it.
that on?
Because this is when your facade cracks.
Right. What page is that on?
It is an actual outburst. 41. It's the bottom of 41.
I was thinking I'm going to go with like body temperature increase. Mm-hmm. Like I lose the balance of the magic
Okay.
and start to, first it starts with like the light sheen of sweat, and then eventually it's like flush, and then if
see
it
page
continues
16.
on, maybe
It goes through the other right.
flames from the side of my face. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I should pick an outburst. They have a kind of a list of them on 16, yeah?
No, it doesn't
No.
say to pick anything.
It's just something that when your character loses it.
Well, it says when your character has an outburst, see page 16. They also display a list of behavior.
Yeah, 16 is where the outburst rules are. So like this is when your character would have an outburst.
So they don't actually have a list of outbursts.
No, it's
No.
Okay. It's an update for version 6.0 or whatever.
Oh
it
no,
is.
there probably won't be because
Well, just to
it's
say,
totally
like,
situational.
Right, for them to label, like, there's a specific list of these, there's not a specific list of these when you're going through and creating a character, because, like, now it's like there's so many lists of things for other parts of your character, like, when it's something you get to come up with, like, it should clearly say
Well, it actually says here, perhaps they have a simple mannerism they display as they grow more anxious, such as idly flexing their hands or shifting to a guarded posture. Do they have a particular turn of phrase, which I can't have, they tend to use on growing excited or frustrated? Come up with 1 or 2 examples that help breathe life into your character. So shifting to a defensive stance, and they say you can shift to a guarded posture as an example of an impending outburst, but it's not an actual...
But you can't have an outburst.
Yes, no.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Maybe he breaks stuff.
No, but outbursts aren't just a verbal outburst.
Right.
It's not like we think of outburst. An outburst is...
It's
No,
breaking
I
the
understand
stoic
that there's the
facade
mechanical,
of
like, when he was saying, I was thinking, like, him...
Because the way I view this character is he's happy-go-lucky, and when he stops laughing, and when he stops
Right.
eating, and when he stops partying, and when he stops playing and having flatters children and
Can you
grabs his
laugh?
weapon, yeah, I can laugh.
Okay.
I can laugh. I just can't speak. Should we? Yeah.
He's not like Ariel mute.
Okay.
He's
You're just clarifying.
although that would be hilarious. No, making Stork like go. Oh.
I vote for this. I vote for
I can think about this for a
We have
minute.
the
If,
episode that he gets his
if it's
voice
too
back.
much of a cheat, I can easily come up with some other things if you want. I get what you're saying, Stu, which is like how does a mute display an outburst of some sort, especially as a warrior? How do you lose your cool? And the only way I can think of me losing my cool, because as a Shibi, which is all about talking away and avoiding a conflict, when I lose my cool, I seek it out. I shift to a position of attack. I shift to a position of where, nope, there's no more negotiating anymore. Now we're fighting. That's the last step for a Shigenja Guardian, which is to actually go into combat. So when I'm preparing to battle, that's my outburst.
So what happens when you gain a bunch of strife in the middle of combat? How do your outburst is to go into a defensive stance then?
Well, I think it would
see
be a
what I'm saying?
berserker at that point.
No, it's not always your outburst.
No, I know, but I just want to make sure that it's not munchkining.
I get it.
And not an advantage.
No, I get it.
Exactly. I don't want to be. Well, if someone is going to in a stressful situation, I take the most mechanically advantageous stance I can
I
find.
totally get it.
You know what I'm saying?
What if you lose your ability to communicate with your hands and stuff? Like, you get frustrated and you can't, like,
You
relay
stutter.
your information.
I stutter when I have a Naginata in my hands, which takes both hands. I can't communicate.
That's
There you go.
I'm willing to take suggestions. I mean, if you can come up with something, I get what you're saying. I totally do. But my thought with the character, again, because he's this guardian,
right.
combat is the last step.
Right.
That's the and when he goes there, it's all over.
Okay.
Well, that's what I mean.
Let's
like,
see how it plays out.
With you
Okay.
drawing your weapon, like you have your hands on your weapon, you
Yeah.
also lose communication at that point.
Oh yeah.
So
that's true, yeah.
That starts
That's
being.
true.
That's what I mean. Like you
Very
can't use
good
your
point.
hands anymore.
Very good point.
So it's also you've then stopped communicating
Yep.
with us.
Yep.
Okay.
So for you, that is. I mean, we can see if it, but I think that is a good one.
Character stressful.
Okay, so explain to me a little bit more about strife because I have an idea that.
You gain strife whenever you roll dice. There's an opportunity. There's a chance that you may have to gain strife. The dice are built in such a way that some of them with successes also have strife on them. So, like if you want to have as many successes
So
as you can
every
get,
time you roll the dice, you can get.
you
So
could.
you might.
It's possible.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the strife builds up until you get to a certain
That's
point.
what those little fuckers are.
Yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that look like
And-
testicles.
Oh,
But like you're saying in combat, like how often? Like I guess that's my question is like, do we roll all the time like when we're in quarters?
Anything
die
can
roll.
cause strife,
Okay.
and that creates an outburst, and that outburst, it happening in combat could be something, doing something, going into a berserker rage or something like that. But it could also and the original rules. You were compelled to have an outburst once you hit that point. You're not anymore.
Oh, okay.
But
That was-
you're at a penalty to everything
Got it.
you do because you're basically your emotions
your
are
shit
twisted
together.
up.
That makes my decision for me.
And then if but at some point you need to have an outburst, and then you can get rid of some of that.
engage in your passion can lower strife,
Right.
or just having an outburst. Like, maybe at some point Stork throws a chair through the paper wall.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought mine could be crying. Because showing weakness like that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
like the ultimate, like for a crab. Like
Sure.
you're crying. There's no crying in
Crying at the
Rokugan.
wall.
Yeah, exactly.
The solitary tear running down the
Oh,
gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or following the scar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Is that lame?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Well, just showing that emotion is
Yeah.
verboten.
Okay.
Cool.
You got that?
Yeah.
I still like how I chose to become moist.
Yeah.
It's my first
You
step.
sweat.
What are your characters' pre-existing relationships with other clans, families, organizations, or traditions?
I didn't answer this one because I didn't.
Yeah.
Let's not really worry about
Yeah, I didn't either. Because, again, if we're Ronin,
How would...
I feel like I might have some. Like, not a lot,
right.
but
Well,
we don't have to go through it right
As
now.
many as every crab does.
Right, but since my father was, well, yeah, not like a ton.
A gold crab don't like anyone.
No, I know.
It's like,
I did
Phoenix don't like them.
when it
Crane
came
don't like 'em.
when it came time to answer your questions.
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of come up with a connection to an existing
Okay.
family. and clan.
All right.
So I'll talk about that.
How would your character's parents describe them? And there's a change to this too.
It can't ever be positive.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him and see what he says.
Hey, Dad. That's what I want your dad to show up all the time. Like, we're around the campfire,
Yeah.
we're all talking, and then just you, woo! And you're like,
Damn it, Dad! Go away! Leave us alone.
Would you stop it, Dad?
stop.
Uh,
I'm trying to eat.
Enough dad jokes.
oh, you get stuff for this.
Okay.
So
Oh.
gain 1 rank in a skill in which your character has 0 ranks, and determine whether your character's parents approve of this extracurricular interest or see it as a regrettable deviation, and why.
Wow.
So you get a skill, but you got to tell me what your parents think of you.
What page is skills on again? Damn it.
Earlier in the book.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm scrolling. I'll
The
find
first
them.
page of the character sheet just has the list.
Oh, there we go.
that wants
Perfect.
to help
That's
you
much
a little
faster. I was cheap. I didn't print it out. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't have the first page of the character sheet?
No. I
Oh.
didn't print out the whole booklet. Like, it's faster to flip through things than
Right. I can
scrolling
print
through
one
the
up
PDF.
for you if you
I'll
want.
do it at work. I just have to wait until they
Right.
buy me a new printer cartridge with taxpayer money. Just kidding.
I'll print you a book.
No. Okay.
No, I can print them neat too, and I can bind it. Yeah.
Nice.
I just sew them together.
I'll
Of
print
course,
that.
it's going to be useless once the thicker this thing gets.
Yeah, so I never did anything with my parents. I haven't really worked on that. I left this one blank as well.
Right.
So I need to do a little thinking on this. Of course, the obvious thing that my parents would describe me is he's tall. He's tall and friendly and talkative. And he's a joker and he's witty, but I'm not anymore.
Right.
But that's how they would have described me.
Oh, maybe it's something like maybe it's more like a sort of a regretful. He was such an eloquent boy.
He was. He was funny. He was talkative, and he was always, he was witty, and it's all gone now.
No.
I.
Go
Then
ahead.
you
I was
pick
just
a skill.
yeah, I don't know.
Court here.
Well, it kind of fits.
You can't do everything about talking and be a mute character, Stork. I mean, I guess you can.
There would just be some distinct disadvantages to it.
This new courtier is so respectful.
Right?
He's never interrupted anyone ever.
Ever. But he also doesn't amuse anyone with witty banter or jokes.
That's true.
But he seems to know all the right gifts to give people.
Yeah, like
He's
every
always
day
po-
he just has this satchel and he just goes around like Rokugani Santa Claus.
He's
like giving out
always
little-
polite, and he claps and laughs at all of our stories.
It's like an 18-month-old who comes up and hands you things.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I love it. This is the best picture of a giraffe I've ever seen.
Again.
It's a shark, Daddy.
A shark giraffe.
So, I think I want to go with my father is like he is an ultimate disgrace and disappointment.
Okay.
I think mother is much more forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe she even feels kind of the same way, but has kept it to herself
Right.
because she didn't sort of have the pride to try and stand up
And
about it.
this all took place when you were Roninized? Or prior to this?
No, well, It's probably my father's shift. Like he was probably proud of me up until that day that I can't remember.
Right.
But I would say probably like mother is more like she just wants me to come home, kind of,
Right.
so that we could be a family again and work together again, kind of a thing. But I think that they don't like my passion for tea, so I kind of was thinking about going with like labor. Like I actually got into like tilling the earth and growing tea ingredients,
Okay.
which is kind of a low.
Oh, like farming or
Yeah.
is there a farming skill?
Well, I thought that might be labor, like
Okay.
produce.
Yeah. It would. You're right.
Yeah.
What's your dad's name?
Well, I don't remember what the.
Oh, we already
gave
gave him one.
I should write that down.
Mitsuhida? No, that's your daimyo. That was your
Yeah,
daimyo.
that's your daimyo. We haven't come up.
Was his dad?
That was.
Oh, that was
yeah.
your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, chat room. I'm going to need family names too. Mother and father.
Yeah, so I think the actual
What was
answer
your family
would be.
name again? Sorry.
Well, I'm part of the Shibas.
She was okay. Just so they know, so when they're naming.
Yeah.
So I think like the answer to how would my parents describe me, I think my father would refuse to,
Okay.
but mom would be like, he's a talented boy,
Right.
He maybe shouldn't have challenged his father, but
Okay.
Kazu is your father, Shiba Kazu, and Shiba Amiko is your mother.
I need these names too.
How do you spell that? K-A-Z.
Kazu is your father, and Emiko is your mother.
One more time for me.
Shiba Kazu is her father, Kazu,
Mm-hmm.
and then Shiba
Hold on.
Amiko.
I like Amiko. That's a good name.
Yeah, that's a great one. Emiko for mother.
I was thinking about taking 1 point in performance, specifically music, and he's terrible. He's the equivalent of a didgeridoo player.
Okay.
And he's playing one of those. These are like tuba with the two strings. He's like all the time.
Okay.
But is that too stupid?
No. Just don't do what I did when I had a similar
Right,
character,
right.
and actually bring an instrument and sit there and noodle all the time,
Well,
because people will eventually go, "Okay, shut up."
I just it seems.
Yep.
I'm going to give you my names before I go. So, Hida Ri-
Oh wait, hold on. Crap.
crab
Crab.
people.
Because I have them by.
Right, that makes sense.
What is your name?
Hida, I don't have a name yet. So, Hida Reiko, Reiko is my mother.
Reiko.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Right.
And then
Kimmy's
unnamed character. They'll help me with that in a few minutes.
characters.
Your mother was a
Mother.
prosecutor of gang crimes.
Yeah, it's Reiko. Sorry, Reiko is how it's pronounced, they say.
It's not Rico.
No, it's Reiko.
Reiko.
Suave.
Yes, but it's-
Raiko
yeah.
Suave.
That's how you pronounce it. And then, wait, Hida Torinaga is my father.
Tor.
Inaja.
Okay.
No, they're
What's your mother's name?
Reiko.
No.
Reiko is how they say it.
Reiko.
Yeah.
What is it? Is that a diphthong? What's
Maybe
a
not.
name for it? When two vowels make a slightly different
slightly
sound.
different sound.
And it just depends how fast you're saying it. It could be Reiko or
That might be a diphthong. I think you're not wrong. Oh, journalist major.
and you're Isawa, right?
Yes. Hang on.
Yeah.
Did you finish with your? I know I kind of interrupted
I
with the
did.
names.
No, I
Okay.
did, basically. And my parents hate it because I'm terrible at it, and I've never gotten any better, and it's just annoying.
Okay.
What's that? What do they call those little, there's a name for that instrument. It's like it looks like a long cittern. You know the one. I gotta find my...
I think I will go with Asami.
Mm-hmm.
ASAMI for mom.
Okay.
For my family, I think up until his death, my father, I was like,
Shamisen. It's a
Okay.
Shamisen.
Shamisen.
no,
How do you spell that?
Shamisen. I think. Okay, sorry, give me ready.
I think up until his death, like my father, I was like the apple of my father's eye. I was everything he wanted in a child. But since he's now haunting me, like since his death, the fact that I've abandoned the Crab Clan,
It probably breaks
No
his heart.
longer on the wall.
absolutely, like just horrific. And I think my mother, like the same until my father's death, and she committed seppuku.
Okay.
And I don't know if she's not haunting me, so.
How did he die?
He probably would have committed seppuku as well.
Okay.
If
all
he
right.
was becoming Ronin, he probably.
Right. Okay.
So they probably both did it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Unless, or maybe they didn't give him that option. Maybe that's why I'm so angry and I hate them.
Maybe that's why he's haunting.
Yeah. They did not give him the
They
option of
executed
seppuku.
him without-
They just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Who was your character named after?
This is
There's
actually
more on this too.
This is actually really funny that the chat room did this. You guys said Kazu, but I'm gonna change it a bit to Kazuo because that was actually the name I was thinking about choosing anyway. Which means it's of the many names that mean peace. Kazuo, which was the father's name, is meaning one, harmony, peace, combined with the meaning male man and husbandman. So my father's name is Kazuo.
Kazuo.
Uo. That's my father's name.
Okay, got it.
My name is Kazuki, which means
The adorable version.
it's the adorable version. Harmony, peace. Hope, also the key meaning tree because he's fucking tall.
Kazuki.
Kazuki,
Got it.
Kazuki. So I'm named after my father, and you guys did that on your own, and I was going through peace names anyway.
Oh,
that all fell into place.
chat room. Zazamoto in the chat room says Kazu was a typo. It was supposed to be Kazu with Kazuo.
Kazuo.
with an O
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what
end.
she.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what looked
That's what I corrected it to.
Okay.
They
Well,
meant exactly what
That's
you
what,
That's
yeah,
what meant
that's
exactly.
what he, that's what he was trying to say. He's like, no, that was the thing I wanted.
So I'm going with Kazuki,
Yeah.
which is also
And who is that? Is that so? You were named
I'm
in
named-
honor of your father?
in honor of my father.
Okay. All right.
I was
I'm
named
going to
in-
let Kimmy go last because I know she's suffering anxiety having to come up with a name.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. That's the hardest part of any.
Go
game.
chat room. That's really awesome. Look, I'm not lying. Look, here's the list of names that mean peace in Japanese.
You did print them out. I was named to honor Hantai the Emperor.
Oh!
Ooh. And the fan comes out.
Because there was a role for this.
Hantai?
Hantei.
EI. Okay. I wasn't sure about that.
There was something I don't remember.
So Hantei.
Yeah,
Because hentai is a different thing altogether.
yeah, not
Hentai.
like that. Not like that.
Hentai. Hentai-sama.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's awful.
now the taint.
Yeah. Yep.
So I went with Ichiro as my character name.
Digital. But that's not hentai.
Stop
I thought you said you were going with hentai.
Well, that's the name of the emperor, but nobody names their kid the emperor's name. That's
Okay.
disrespectful.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to go walk around.
So
and be
what
named
is
Hitler.
your name?
Ichiro. Ichiro.
Okay.
With a bar. Japanese
Ichiro.
line like an umlaut.
And how does that relate to hentai?
I don't remember.
But it does somehow.
Yes.
Okay.
I picked it at some point for that purpose.
Okay.
I don't remember.
An alternate spelling of. Right.
But there was the samurai heritage thing.
Mm-hmm.
That I got Imperial Heritage. Plus 10 status.
Ooh.
And Blessed Lineage.
Okay.
So at some point, one of my ancestors did a service to the Emperor in the past. And harming me would have serious political ramifications.
Okay. All right.
Then characters with status of 50 or higher understand that they might suffer a loss of prestige if they harm me, and thus do not choose to kill as their first option. Even if you're a political obstacle, they would otherwise eliminate without hesitation.
Okay.
And then when performing a check of which my esteemed heritage is a benefit, such as command void check to challenge someone's perception of a situation, or a government void check to know the likelihood... What? What?
Is that like the brown noise? Command void?
Yes. It's like Hans Zimmer. Like
Hans Zimmer. I gotta
Rush off the
go,
bathroom.
literally.
it's like Contact. Just yeah. Or government void check to know the likelihood of a political eventuality. I may re-roll up to 2 dice during step 3. Assemble and roll a dice pool.
Okay. All right.
He's still, yeah.
Power word poop.
Power word poop. It is.
What did you get for that?
What?
The Samurai Heritage.
Oh, well, you know what? When I rolled, I got a famous deed, which was 1. Shocked, I tell you, that I rolled a 1. So famous deed. One of your ancestors won a great victory of their for their clan, and even the emperor, which was rewarded with an item of incredible quality. And so when I ended up rolling, I ended up with a suit of armor, and I was able to pick some of the qualities of it. You get to pick the other one.
Right.
So I picked durable.
Okay.
So it's a nice quality suit of armor with another quality that I'm supposed to pick one and you're supposed to pick one.
Got it. Okay. We'll do that before the game starts.
Nice.
Unless you know what pages the qualities are on, and then I'll look at it right now.
It actually says
And this
here,
is- this is-
qualities
this
are on
is
page 145.
Your armor?
Yes.
Okay. 145. So it was probably bequeathed to you before you were Ronanized.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think your family probably still respects your choice.
Possibly. Depends on the family.
Well, I mean, like,
Oh,
I can
his,
see that
yeah.
in his, because, like, he made the choice to honor his duty, even though it led him to somewhere not great. It's still, like, he didn't.
Yeah, so starting on 145.
Oh, I see the one I want right now.
Yeah, unholy?
No.
Oh.
Does it have to be a bad one?
No, but I just figured that's you.
Resplendent.
Oh, dear.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, God. All right.
It's like gold filigree.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's decorative armor.
When a character is wearing one or more items of resplendent quality, would normally gain 1 or more glory. They gain that amount of glory plus 1 instead.
You
I wrote it
inspire-
down. So it's durable and resplendent. It's more than just decorative.
Exactly.
Okay. I was really hoping for jade. Because I have a feeling we're all going to need the jade. All the jade we can possibly get.
All right, I think I have a name.
All right.
Isanami. And that means beautiful legacy. So, thank you, chat room. You guys help. Oh, wait. Wait, it means irritation? Wait, wait. We have to maybe change that.
It's both.
Oh, that's awesome.
No,
yeah.
no.
No.
Irritation.
Your mother's a little down, Thistle.
Oh. Isanami. I said it wrong. Isanami is wrong. That means irritation. I said the name wrong. Isanmi. Isanmi.
Isani? Isani? Isan?
I can't say that one. I probably shouldn't pick that.
None of us are going to say it right.
There's
It's a
also...
you, it's a me.
Yeah. There's also...
How about Jutsu?
Zutsu
what does that mean?
It
Riot.
means headache.
Yeah?
No.
That's what I was thinking.
He's such a dick. Isanko means legacy child, so we'll go with that one since I can say that one.
Isanco?
Ko.
Isanko. Isanko.
Isanmi. Oh, Isanmi is how you say it. Isanmi means beautiful legacy.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Isanmi.
Isanmi. Isanmi. Isanmi.
Okay.
Sanmi.
Okay.
Isanmi. Isanmi.
While we were doing this,
Isanmi.
I reinstalled Sierra.
Isanmi.
Oh,
Oh.
so maybe
Isan.
that'll help.
I'm going to say it.
We'll find out.
I like having an I name again. That makes me happy.
Oh, that's right. One of them.
Ikume.
Ikume.
Yeah.
I don't remember what her name was.
That's Nikome. See, they have their names next to them.
No, her.
No, that's the same one. That's
Different?
another.
Oh, that's a different
Yeah.
interpretation. Got it. All right. So that was 19. That was 19, and then you also do your. Oh, there's more. There's one more question.
Yes.
How should your character die?
Burned up in the flames of the kami for the Empire.
Oh, I forgot to do the who's my character named to honor thing. Do I have to roll for that?
No.
No.
Okay.
You pick that, but then there's a role for your samurai heritage.
Well, I feel like we should do that so people see the
Yeah.
Go
system.
ahead.
So there's your samurai heritage.
What do I
chart.
roll for it? What?
1d10.
1d10. Oh, I didn't bring in my dice because I didn't.
You can have mine.
Well, here. I'm sure I've got a D10 in this plastic bag.
Thank you. I got it. All right.
Is that a D10 or is that a D8?
Is it D10?
Oh, no,
I'm
you're
my
good.
fan if you want to do it
I've
on the...
played enough vampire to know.
No,
what
I just
D10
from the angle it looked.
2. Glorious sacrifice. Oh, that's perfect. One of my ancestors perished nobly in battle, and one of their signature items vanished with them or was lost in the subsequent years. So that,
Increase your honor by 5 and your glory by 5.
and that's how my family became super famous, and that's how we got our legacy.
Right.
that's like the most perfect thing.
Okay,
And
but
all
there's,
the crab hunt
but-
for
but-
the lost Tetsubo.
but there's more. It said roll a 10-sided die to determine your lost family heirloom. 1 through 3, a weapon.
Oh.
4 through 6, a set of armor. 7 through 8, another item. 9, a horse or other animal. 10, a boat or estate. You could get your goat.
It's gonna be a really old horse.
You could get your goat.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's not a. It's like some like
everyone's
horse
hope-
kami.
Okay, so 10, a
Oh,
boat or
that's
estate,
true.
which exists somewhere in the world. You choose one item quality, and the GM chooses the other item quality. These are applied to the item. You do not know where the heirloom is, but you could later reclaim it during the campaign.
Okay.
It's just an
Everybody
immortal
wants
horse.
it to be a goat.
It's just this immortal goat.
6. So wait, what's the?
So
It is a
armor.
weapon.
4 through 6 is a set. Oh
Yeah,
no,
set of-
a weapon. 4 through 6 is a set of armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
set of armor.
Set of armor. Yeah. Okay, so it's a set of armor. And the chat room had a really good idea. I think that was like, that's who I was named for. So
Okay.
So that was like an ancestor, like my great great grandmother or something, and
Okay.
that's what I'm named for too.
What page was the
suit of
qualities
armor.
on?
43.
43. The qualities?
The weapon and.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's. I'm sorry. I thought that was the chart you were talking about. Qualities are on 145.
145. So you need to you pick a quality and I pick a quality of the armor. It's armor again.
Yep. So here are your choices. You've got 3 pages.
It would definitely not be ceremonial. Or I mean, maybe it is, but
Well, you get to pick one. I get to pick one.
oh.
That's kind of the fun, isn't it? It's kind of sucky. It's something they might need to address because some of these
Oh, it has to be
qualities
sacred.
are weapons only. It's like razor-edged
Yeah,
armor.
that makes sense.
No, that could be cool.
You have razor. No.
It's sacred. It specifically was made to fight the awful monsters that come
Like you
against
got-
the wall.
It's full of jade. If you actually read on that, because
Yeah.
it's really cool. This is kind of a new change in this. It's like sacred jade now absorbs the taint and turns into obsidian and falls off.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, well, does that mean my armor would fall apart?
No,
then?
no. It,
Oh.
well, yes, I think
it-
so.
Okay, does it say it's made of jade? Wait, one second. Items of the sacred quality are imbued with purifying power, often in the form of jade, a mystical stone. Oh, I don't really want the armor to then soak up bad things and disappear. That's lame. When Shadowlands creature or character, the Shadowlands taint disadvantage marks an attack.
Well, let's see what happens to it is we can assume it would still have this quality.
Mm-hmm.
When a sacred item would otherwise gain the unholy quality, it loses the sacred quality instead. So
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily have to be made of jade per se. but-
Okay.
It might have jade.
although they become pure white.
Oh, it says the
Right.
chat room saying no. Now it turns to water. It used
Right.
to turn to obsidian. In the
Oh.
old version. Well then,
Help! I'm under attack by the
Well,
Shadowlands creature.
yeah, you could have jade
I am
inlays.
now wet.
I'm not,
Oh, that's right. It could have jade in it that doesn't affect its ability as an armor; it just enhances it.
Right.
Oh, okay, that makes
So
sense.
if
You
it
could have,
does
like-
get affected, then it goes away. but
7
you still
jade
have-
stones that fall off, or
Oh,
jade inlays, and,
I like that.
and each time
That's
it gets
cool.
hit, you lose one of the inlays, but it doesn't affect the armor until
Okay.
up to a certain
I'm
point.
cool with that.
That's the way I read that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not like one big piece of jade armor and then you get hit once and you're done.
And I'm picking subtle,
Settle. Oh. Okay, cool.
which means that people can look at it and not necessarily discern what it does.
Right. Which
Cool.
makes sense, because Crab would make something that's super functional and not, like,
Right.
gloriously beautiful.
Not his armor.
Huh?
Not his.
Right.
No.
No.
It's the polar opposite. So
Yeah.
it actually says here, when a subtle item would otherwise gain the resplendent quality, it loses the subtle quality instead.
Right. Okay. So we got everyone's name.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How should your character die?
Burned by the flames of the kami to save the empire.
Clearly, as a guardian Shiba, I must be doing my duty, which is protecting my charge. And if he's burning in the flames, then I would go with him.
I'm changing my name again. I'm Esonko, because they can't decide if it's a good name, the other one is a good name or a bad name. And either it's really good or it means something really bad, and I don't want either one of those things. So Esonko.
What's the really bad version?
It's like stomach acid, stuff like that.
Oh!
You realize
Hello,
you realize they're fucking with you.
Probably, but I don't want to take any chances. So Esonko.
But I still like it. Like,
So
come, stomach acid,
Yes.
to battle!
No, stomach acid is Isan.
Yeah,
Right,
Isan.
Isanko, Isanki.
Because it comes down to like the
Isanka.
kanji that are written for these names.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like you can write the same name like 4 different ways and it means different stuff.
Yeah. And then there's different sections of the name. Like mine
Yeah.
had tree in it.
Chikaku,
What does that mean?
hemorrhoid.
I like the I name. I want to stick with the I name.
Boil upon the
they
anus
all,
of the
They all want me
emperor.
to be Kimiko, which means noble child. But I'm like, having them call me Kimmy is like, that's not fun. They call me that
You want to be someone
anyway.
else, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying with
We're here to play
Isanko.
others.
Yes.
Isanko,
Yes.
which is a delicious
Yeah. Or Makiko. Is it Makiko better?
coffee-like drink.
I like Makiko. That's a good
Isanko
name.
or Makiko?
What's Makiko mean?
M-A-I
True Hope.
M-E-I-N-A.
M-A-K-I-K-O. Makiko.
I like, but there's no an I ending.
It's,
But I like
a nice
Makiko.
starting.
It's got a nice sound.
Makiko.
Makiko.
I'll just do a poll or
Like the
something,
company
so
that makes
they'll
those
figure it out.
tools.
That's Makita.
That's okay. I'm writing your name down in pencil on my,
Okay.
on my iPad. How should your character die?
I think she doesn't know.
I know what your dad would say.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, what her dad... Like, that's a really good question.
Right.
Like, I think my answer before my dad died and now my answer now are probably 2 very different things. Before it'd be like, defending the wall in the Crab Clan. Now it's probably like, murdering the assholes who killed my dad. Although no, because I don't want to die doing that because I want to kill them. If I die.
Regaining your family's honor is a good way to die.
Yeah, I like that. Redeeming my family's honor. And I decided I think I'm going to go with fortune telling, by the way.
For what?
For the thing earlier we talked about.
passion.
The passion.
Oh, for the passion?
Yeah, the fashion thing is going to be a thing, but it's not going to be a mechanical thing. It's going to be a role-playing thing. But I think also that ties in with like my
Stork,
parent-
what was your passion again?
Generosity.
The gift giver.
Gift giver.
And Dave, yours was T.
Yeah.
If everyone can take pictures of their characters and put them in the
There's
over
a
Slack.
fillable character sheet, and I was just going to fill it up and send it to you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
I just
let
want
me
to
do
make
that.
sure I have copies of everyone so I
Yeah.
can have all
Yeah.
that stuff recorded.
When I get home, and because that way I can actually read it, you can read it, and it'll be
Yeah.
better.
Let me just read the intro thing.
All right.
Do we want to go through your questions?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that real quick.
answer any of those.
To whom did you make your misgivings about the war known?
I think you know already.
Yeah, we know yours.
Probably my father. I probably would agree with him since
Okay.
he was the one who was
Right.
like, yeah.
And you just followed, or do you have personal misgivings about the war as well?
I think I do, and I went and talked to my teacher because I'm not supposed to. I have a job to do. I'm not supposed to have thoughts about this kind of thing, and it bothered me. So I went and talked to my my Naginata instructor, or the fighting instructor.
And you're Shiba?
I'm a Shiba guardian.
What was his name or her name?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, chat room, come up with a name.
Inu.
Wow, that was fast. Where'd you find that? That's awesome.
Chat room's posting it.
That's cool.
This is the one I picked. That
Right,
I
right.
posted. Yeah. Yeah. That's
So chat room, come up with a name for my instructor, who I confess to.
Inu.
Inu? Shiba Inu?
No. That's the dog breed. I said it as a joke.
Oh, okay. I think I'm behind in reading. Yeah.
Ino?
No.
As in Brian?
It's the
Katsuki.
It's the name of the teacher, so it doesn't really matter. He could be a dog for all I care. It's,
Katsuki or Katsuke?
It's an I at the end.
I. Okay. All right.
Or Baka.
Got it. So that was your Naginata teacher, and that's who you went and talked to.
right. Like I'm having misgivings about this war. You're a combat person. I'm a what? And he pretty much, I don't know what he told me.
Well,
Is
what
that
did he
the
tell
next
you?
question?
Yeah, what did he
He told me to. That is not your job.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up and do your fucking job.
All right.
And dress me down for it.
I can buy that.
And I went and had to go do push-ups all night.
You've already done this, probably. Name 2 family members and tell me how they reacted to your banishment. We know yours.
Well, the way I actually answered the question was mother and sister.
Oh, okay. All right. Then go back to Phoenix. Sister?
I'll let the chat room come up with it.
They're at
Phoenix.
Sony, Nissan. No, don't do this.
Yes.
Oh, Kawasaki.
Hitachi.
Stop it. Stop it, guys. It's terrible.
LG.
Sony Guts.
Sony Guts.
Kyoko.
Kyoku?
Yeah.
K-Y.
Kiyooko.
O-K-O. And that is
My sister.
Dave's character's sister. How did she react when at your banishment?
I think she.
Do you know? Because you woke up in the cart.
I don't actually know.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want me to come up with it, I will. But if you want
don't
to come
need
up
to.
with it, okay.
I'm in the same boat. We left the school. They were like, that night, take his butt, get him out of here. And
I just came up with something. I also decided that she's very young.
Okay, fine. And I'm going to say that I have no idea what my family thinks of my banishment, because we were pretty much kicked out of the school that night.
Right. Okay.
They patched him up. They put a Band-Aid on him. They handed us our shit and said, get the fuck
Right.
out.
Though your parents probably a little kinder for you
I
than
don't
they are
know.
for him because they might know what happened.
Maybe I'm not allowed to talk to them. I was told to get the fuck out of the
Right.
county. Out of the province.
I'm changing mine because
I took
yeah,
your.
it's
one,
fine.
sorry.
I'm actually gonna have like my parents committed civic, but that wasn't necessarily about me. But I have a little brother
Okay.
who was adopted by the daimyo of the Crab Clan because he was so young. Obviously, the family.
Rival.
What's your family name? Hida.
Hida, yeah.
What's the boy's name?
I don't know yet.
Ryu, which means dragon.
Sure, or yeah, I don't know if they'd.
There's actually a list of like kind of sample names.
I don't
Ken.
trust Kurt Hanna's ones.
Here, there's on page 42.
E
There's a
Honda.
list of names here.
How about Kimiko, or what would be the male ending? They'll get me. It's okay.
Give me kill you.
Takeshi.
I trust Zanzamode.
There's
Takeshi?
Takeshi means warrior.
Okay, Takeshi.
T-A-K.
Takeshi.
Yeah,
Takeshi.
Takeshi. Yeah,
Takeshi.
Takeshi.
yeah. So he may have been renamed because he's really very young.
Right.
So maybe they don't want him to be like associated with our family. So they may have actually changed his name, and
The shame.
yeah, but he's now being raised by the man who killed my father.
Trust your feelings.
Seppuku, not seppuku. Okay.
Yeah. And maybe another person,
Well, that's good.
That's good?
That's
Okay.
good.
and then my dad, who's
Where did you first wander as a waveman? When you
Do you
left,
have any thoughts?
they-
I wrote something out, but if
They send you
got it.
out. Where do
I
you
have
go?
no thoughts. I mean, you're the one that would tell us where to go, because we were kicked out of our province. So from there, we're just trying to make a living.
I think so. Here's what I came up with. And if it's not cool, then just let me know. That I headed for lion territory, and I found like a forest sort of on the outside a village. So like I was the weird guy that would come into town for supplies once in a while.
Sure, and that's probably very common for Ronin.
Right.
They kind of have to live off the land because they don't have any holdings or anything, so they're kind of make their way as they can.
I is E. The I's are an E sound. I'm being reminded.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ikumi.
So the question was 2 parts, right? For number 3.
Yes.
So where did you head, and then how did you?
Where
find
did you
out?
go, and describe how you distinguished or dishonored yourself there?
So I think that maybe the 2 of us managed to save a temple from a forest fire.
Okay.
Like there was a storm, lightning struck a tree, started a small forest fire, and
Those paper walls, they just...
we managed to stop it before the temple burnt down, and that kind of brought us to the attention of the local lord,
Okay.
who, in the next question, kind of gave us the second crane to the
Got
right
it,
and straight
okay.
until morning.
So who was that local daimyo?
Pick a name off the list.
I love having the
Rar.
chat room able to do this.
They're very excited about it.
I know, it can give them something to do.
Turns
How
out
about...
Zanzamote actually has a minor in like Japanese. He's like,
Oh,
I'm
really?
so excited to use it.
does it have to be a guy? Could it be a woman?
Sure.
Yeah.
How about Murasaki, which means purple? It's a feminine name.
Purple.
What's the...
Just
I
only
have
'cause-
Ikoma. That's one of the...
That's the Bard school.
We'll make him one of those guys because they might know that.
So I
what's
just
that?
like the way it folds. It's Murasaki, Murasaki. I just like the way it sounds, Murasaki. It has the word sake in it.
That also goes back to the the pre-existing relationships with another clan question, since I kind of
Okay.
met this person.
Right.
But yeah, so I successfully answered the 2 questions for 2 of us.
Yeah.
Cool.
If that's okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm totally open to
Oh, no,
negotiation.
I'm standing there making stew and stuff, and you come in from a long day of begging, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm changing
totally
my answer
doing
to
the Eddie
another
Murphy
thing
thing.
again.
Okay.
All right, so the Bushi question earlier where it was like no, or the Bushido question, it's like, do you follow the tenets of Bushido? I'm changing my answer. I'm going with no.
Okay.
After all. So when
That changes your character. You get like skills.
Yeah,
or something.
I circle it, so I'm going to go through and pick skills instead of honor. But I think when I was pushed out, can this be how we met? Or do you want us to meet later?
You're all going to arrive at the same time, so I'm assuming that you were probably traveling together at least for a certain amount of time. You may have come. They may have been wandering for a year.
Yeah.
And you walked
Yeah.
There's a
right,
storm.
right
and
into Inukai Valley.
Right.
So that could be. You could
Phoenix-
have met them on the way there.
Phoenix Clan's like magic. Are you guys fortune telling and stuff? Is that you guys, or is that like Dragon Clan?
No, you're right.
That's
That's
I mean,
him.
We do a lot of magic
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know if it's fortune telling necessarily.
Okay. Well, I was thinking when we might be able to clear this up, the chat room might tell us what would be a more appropriate clan. But I was thinking a way we could learn. Like I left. I was kicked out, or I escaped, or whatever I did, and I started making my way as a fortune teller, like because I knew kind of how to tell fortunes.
All right.
So, like wandering, kind of like a peddler almost.
Are there any villagers who recently lost a family member who had an E in their name?
I'm seeing a lot of
Maybe a
I'm
little
seeing a
bit
lot of
of
green.
Yeah.
Where are we? Okay, green. I'm seeing a lot of green, or maybe blue.
Rice? Is rice important to anyone?
So anybody here wearing jade? Anybody wearing jade?
But maybe I had a bit of a talent for it, so I decided, to pursue that. Like I went and sought out. I go.
Did you maybe come to our clan before our incident?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And I met you guys, and I think we had a lot in common with our stories.
What if the temple that we saved, that we burned down, was renowned for its fortune telling, and you came there to get advice and found us instead, because the temple had burned down, and then you heard about us.
Well, it didn't burn down. We saved it.
We saved it, but
But you could be living at the temple, like trying
Yeah.
to learn more and
Yeah.
deal with your ghost, literally.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And then
You guys saved it.
and then you had gone into town or something, so you weren't there, and then the fire came and we put it out. And you're like, what the?
Yeah. And you went with him after his duel, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe like I was grateful to you guys for saving the temple. Maybe it was one of the only places my father couldn't bug me, so it was very important to me. But then when I heard about what happened to you, I went and sought you out on the road to help you.
That works.
Okay.
Okay.
Or Murasaki perhaps is a renowned fortune teller, and you sought her out.
The daimyo.
Oh yeah, that could be.
I don't know.
The lion diamond.
Yeah. I don't know why that I'd like though. That doesn't make like if I found some.
Well, it may have been the same person that told them about the
Oh.
Inukai and a place for
That's
for
true.
a Ronin. Inukai, a place for
Or
Ronin.
maybe like we were in the process of saving the temple and you came back and helped. So we
Okay.
all have the same.
I like that. Okay, something like that. We can flesh that out.
Okay, and but is that the first place you went after you became a waveman?
No, I mean I probably wandered for a while doing fortune
Give
telling.
me a place that you went to.
Murashibi Toshi? I don't know.
You could
Yes.
Mercy Shitoshi, sure.
Where is
Hawaii's
that?
way.
Yeah. That's the only name I can think of.
It's awesome because I was at work the other day, and she's the
That's in
woman.
Crane
It was
Valley?
her last day, and
Okay.
she's going off to Hawaii, and I'm like,
It's
to be
directly south. Well, it's a direct line from.
Okay. Well, maybe I didn't try. Maybe I met you guys and you saved the temple. But and so I already know you. But I probably have been traveling around, trying to find a place where I can get rid of my father,
Right.
or at least not
Maybe
hear
that's
him.
yeah. Maybe
And-
you're visiting lots of temples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on like a
Oh, yeah.
pilgrimage.
You're trying to find a place to have peace.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
I-
not working.
yeah,
That
and-
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
met you guys when you guys saved that temple. I moved on, and now I was in Mercy Toshi, and that's where I heard about the crane.
Okay.
Call for
So that's not the
Ronin.
first place then.
No.
So what's the
well,
first
I don't know. What's another place in
Could be.
Rokugan?
Pick another clan.
Yeah.
Right,
Or it could be a.
Unicorn Clan. I went there because aren't they?
That's far away.
Is it? Oh,
It's pretty- well-
I thought they were right next door to the crab, or is that lion?
I don't have my old book here.
I know they get along with crabs.
I
so feel
think
like-
unicorn is like way up north.
Are they? Oh, okay,
and the
never
crab
mind.
is kind of over here.
I knew there
the
was-
closest ones would be like crane.
Okay.
I think lion.
I probably
I
did
don't
lion.
remember.
Yeah, whatever it is not crane because I ended up in crane. So maybe I'm kind of doing like.
Well, maybe you went to crane and then came back.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, lion is next to crab. So I did lion.
Okay.
And I've kind of been traveling around, and I ended up.
So
in
a
crane.
lion village.
Yeah.
What was the name of that lion village? You can just give me an English name.
Nabarishioshitushi. I don't know.
You could just give me an English name. Because we can always they translate nicely. You could
They
say village by the brook or
Yeah.
something like that.
Futsoka Keep.
Yeah.
Right.
The
or Mura Futsoka.
the
not
quiet
Mara.
pride. And pride like lion pride, not like. Yeah.
Spelled the same.
Looks
Yeah.
like a lion paw.
Yeah, but it will definitely be different words though. Terms like Springfield.
Nobody knows where it is.
They move it.
So is Crab way to the north?
Yeah,
No,
we're at-
they're kind of to the southwest.
Yeah.
The problem is there's like 300 maps of Rokugan.
I know, and it changes with every edition.
It did,
Yeah.
and then the card game has its own thing as well. It's
Shizukano Hokori.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what quiet pride means.
That's cool. Shizukano Hukori.
Yeah, Shizukana.
I did that on the first
Hokori.
try. That was pretty good. Shizukano Hukori. Okay, we'll keep that one because I can say that one.
Hokori.
Hokori. Shizukano Hukori.
I have to write it down so I can. It won't let me cut and paste it.
Shizukori Hukori.
Shizukano.
H-O-K-O-R.
Shizukano
Okori.
Kana.
Hukori.
Shizukana Okori.
Yep.
Everything's done
Shizukana
phonetically, it's fine.
Okori.
Okay.
Shizukana Okori is the
Thing to say. And then from whom did you hear about the Emperor's plan? That was also the same daimyo that they were dealing with? Or did
I
you
was
hear
in
from someone else?
no. By then I was in Murasaki Toshi.
Murasaki Toshi.
So
Okay.
people were probably just talking about it as
Okay.
as like
No, I need a person. I need a person.
maybe the person who I was there in the temple,
Okay.
maybe one of the people at the temple, the priests, or saying, "Hey, I know you're Ronin. This might interest you."
Masako, which means political child. It's a feminine name.
Masako.
Was-
M-A-S-A-K-O.
Okay.
It means political child. It's a
Where are
feminine
my
name.
monks? There are my monks. Come on. Not you two.
You could try Satoshi, which means wise.
No, whatever
All
you
right.
just said was fine. That's
Masako.
now out of my head because every Mac product I own is taking a shit.
You're gonna think because the camera evidently keeps going out of focus too. Evidently when you
The
put
kami.
yeah, the kami.
Let me try killing it.
No Shugenja iPads
There's a few
alone.
things.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go take care of a little business.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for sharing.
That's 10 minutes.
I hit the camera.
This is very comprehensive. Like, it's a cool character creation session.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
None of us heard what you said, Star.
I agree. It's not as cool as all the roles of Traveler and seeing how that all works out as a group.
Yeah.
But I do like all these questions.
And
Because it makes you really think about the character.
Yeah, and the 20 questions worksheet is very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Like, 100% helpful. I think the biggest improvement I would hope for like, the actual final edition would be the headings a little bit clearer, just, like, bolding. And just labeling, like, this is something you get to make up, or choose from this.
Yeah, layout's probably going to change a lot, because
Yeah.
they've talked about having to add lots of
Tons
stuff.
of stuff,
So
yeah.
Right.
So we'll see.
So was it Murray Tomei? Is that what he told me?
No. Oh, Murray Tomei? Sure, that sounds fine.
Okay, all right. Monk in. Ishi Doshi. Okay. I think, is there one more question? Name another PC who you met on your travels as a waveman. You guys are
I
giving me
did
one.
that. Yeah.
You guys are giving me
Yeah.
one. Okay.
handled.
Look how good we are making that before we even have to do a question.
Just waiting for Stork to come back.
Yeah.
Now, there was talk about
Yeah.
the fourth chair.
The chat room's been talking about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about that? Or
Yeah.
do we want to keep that under...
No, they know already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
everybody
didn't.
knows,
That's why I was trying to be obtuse.
Yeah.
Like,
No, the people know already that the first few sessions are going to be just the three of us while we like get to know our characters, while we get to know each other, and then the fourth seat's actually going to be a rotating seat because so many people on Happy Jack's crew wanted to play in this game, and we couldn't. Like, there's no way to pick one, so they're going to.
And everyone here is legacied.
and there's no table
Yeah.
big enough.
Yeah, we're all legacied, which is why we got picked because we were in the previous games. That we might have people in for just like one game. They might come in for 2 or 3 games, but then they'll find a way to gracefully exit. They might come back with their characters.
It's working really well in Max game with the visiting
Yeah.
people coming in and out. I've actually had a really interesting time watching it. It seems like it's actually been it's kind of a fan favorite.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I think it works well with like the solid set of players, and then like the one kind of rotating
Yeah.
chair, which people are like, well, it didn't really work for Traveler, but I think because Traveler was a whole every week
Right.
everybody signed up. I think
Right.
the three of us, and then if nobody can join us that week, like it's
That's
also
fine.
not a big
That's the
deal.
thing. Yeah.
So very
Yeah.
exciting.
Give me one
I'm
second.
excited to
Yeah,
sub
no
in
worries.
tomorrow
Yeah, for
for Interpol,
Interpol
X.
X. It's gonna be very fun.
Do you guys know where you're going to be?
I don't know where the
They've been in
adventure's
Iceland,
gonna be.
right?
We went in we've been in Iceland. We've been in a bunch of different places.
It kind of ended in a note that assumes it would pick up in the same place.
Yeah, so might see. We'll see. And the chat room's asking, will they make their own characters? Yes, some of them are making their own characters. Some of them are looking. We're trying to figure out a way to do, like, having the chat or having people on the forums or something
Right.
like that help make their. We're trying to figure out like the best avenue for that.
Some people do want to make their own characters. But
Yes.
other people are like, I'll play anything.
Yeah, so there'll be a balance. Sometimes it'll be people coming with full made characters. Some people might show up with something that they've made with the community. So we'll see.
Or maybe the chat room makes characters and they get to pick a bunch of them. I don't
Maybe.
know.
We'll
We're
see.
still working on stuff.
Yeah.
Kimmy's working on stuff.
Find out in the future.
When I say we, I
Yeah.
mean Kimmy and Stu.
We are we's the royal we, all of us. So yeah, so it'll be very cool. So yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna just have other people like make the full characters, but we might do something like vote on what clan and you know
what
this
clan
person
do you want to see X
Yeah.
person play?
Right, so it'll be like input pieces. You won't get to like make the character probably from scratch, but it'll be cool. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
These are really effective.
They're fans.
They're fans, yeah.
Who knew that such ancient technology could still work in this modern age?
Right.
Everybody
It's
with
not
a ceiling
100.
fan.
But it's not 100 degrees though.
Yeah.
True.
At least it
At a
does
certain
help
point,
them.
it stops helping.
Yeah, it
little
just
bit, yeah.
pushes the hot air in your face.
No,
Yeah.
Like a convection oven doesn't give you relief.
It actually cooks things faster.
Cool. So we are going to clean up our character sheets.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me just read a little intro for you.
Oh.
Ueda, Inukai Uedo, daimyo of the Inukai family of the Crane clan, sits upon his dais, fan in hand. The great-grandson of Ueda, defender of honor in the streets of Murasubishi Toshi, awaits the arrival of 3 wavemen, as foretold by the kami, according to his shugenja.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I want to read it.
Nice.
I will send you the information on this pro
Okay.
people that I discovered.
Okay.
And do I owe you anything?
No.
Okay.
You owe me an apology.
You owe me an apology.
Awesome. That was super
Very
fun.
cool.
It was.
Cool.
What time are we up to here? How long did that
3
take?
hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours.
Not quite 3 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Want to try this? That's not sake.
Oh.
What did you put in there?
Kavalan, single
Oh.
malt whiskey.
I really like this sake. Super good.
It doesn't suck.
I have to go.
You try it?
No, thanks.
But yeah, we should. Do we all still have sake? Are you done?
No, I
A
drank.
tiny bit.
Here, I'll share with you. All right. Do an awesome campaign.
Yay.
Yay. Woo.
Kampai.
Boy, that's
Oh,
good
they're
stuff.
asking for a short summary of the characters.
Ah,
That's probably
All
a
right,
good
that's fair.
summary.
so Stu only
to
has
sum
to
up.
watch like a 5-minute clip.
Yes.
The
I will
end.
start typing.
Well, we're going to send it to you, and we will also post all this on the forum.
Right.
Oh, yeah, should we post our character sheets on the forums?
Sure, if you want.
Well, we're going to probably drop them in a Google Drive or a Dropbox or something, so we can
Right.
share the link, so it can be updated and without. But you will guys do need to write the short little blurb, like the 6-sentence paragraph, to post on the forum.
Okay.
But the actual character sheets we want to put somewhere we can update it regularly and not have to change the link every time.
Okay, Dave, go first.
Ah, I am Ichiro, formerly of the Asawa Elementalist School of the Phoenix Clan. I spoke about my displeasure at the growing war in the nation, and my father dueled me over my disrespect of the Emperor and his chosen champion who has led us down this path. During the fight, I had my left arm forcibly removed by my father's magic.
That's not possible.
And yes.
I'll never follow you.
And I also managed to, through the trauma of it, I lost my memory of that day. So the confrontation with him and the duel and all of that, I woke up later in the company of my companion on the road out of town.
So your dad could have even cheated.
I have no
and
idea.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Or somebody else did it, or who knows? Because who actually like cuts
Someone-
off an arm during a duel?
No one would interfere with an Agnikai. That's actually from
Or with,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I am playing.
Hold on.
Okay.
You want more than that? Or is
That's
that-
fine.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Go.
I'm playing Shiba Kazuki. He is a Shiba Guardian whose sole purpose in life is to basically protect the Shingenja that he's been assigned to. He was assigned to Dave's character, and after Dave lost his duel, he has to pick up the pieces and pick up our stuff and leave our temple and leave the province. We have been banned. He is tall, friendly, gregarious, when nobody's threatening him, but can be pull arms out of their sockets when he loses. He is he is mute, and he's got a big heart in all the right places except when you piss him off. And he is a formidable opponent, I think, when the push comes to shove.
Okay.
He made a dark secret which nobody really knows about. It will be between myself and Stu.
Okay.
Because you can't tell us.
Makiko-sama.
My name is Makiko, which means child of true hope. And I am a legacy. Like my family has been warriors and fighters in the Crab Clan for ages. But unfortunately, my father was a bit outspoken about the current war and was killed for it. He was not allowed to commit seppuku, even though he was one of the highest ranking members in the Crab Clan and very close to the daimyo. And then my mother committed seppuku. My little brother has been adopted by my enemy, the daimyo, and probably will not remember any of us because he's so young.
How young was he, by the way, just out of curiosity?
Probably super young, like maybe like 2.
Okay, yeah, so he like really may not.
Yeah, like that's probably the only reason they didn't like banish him as well. Like they as like a last kind of kindness in a weird, awful way to my father. Like he thought, oh, I'll save his son at least. I was too old. I was too far gone. So I was wandering the lands. I'm haunted by my father, who's super fucking pissed at me for abandoning the Crab Clan. And I've been wandering as a fortune teller, learning, trying to find a way to get him to stop haunting me and to regain my family honor.
Okay, all right. I'm good.
Woo.
I got all I need.
If you guys have notes for us, I'm more than willing to hear it on the forums. Go ahead and type to us and stuff. You don't have to PM us, but I'd love to hear stuff if you have ideas about what,
Yep.
We may or may not accept them, but I always love input.
Yeah, super fun.
And let us know what you think of our characters.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Check out happyjacks.org/schedule. This game will actually start playing in January. So I believe it's January 14th is our first session, if I remember correctly. Check the schedule. It's definitely right there. And so that will be the actual first play session. The first couple sessions will just be the 3 of us as players. Then we're going to start having a cool rotating person, so that will be super fun.
It's really not that long. It's really not that far away.
No, it's just
Once
a
the
couple
holidays happen, it's going to be like
3 weeks!
3 weeks. Yep, so we'll be playing this. And yeah, follow along. Happy Jacks RPG on all social medias and stuff.
Yep.
And anything else? We don't have a song for this game yet.
Not yet.
It'll be
I'll
here
have
soon.
one. I'll have one by January.
Yeah. So
Happy holidays.
I'm studying Japanese musical scales.
nice. Yeah, it's totally different.
I'll send you the
scales.
link about these Japanese people playing bluegrass. It's actually really cool.
All right.
That's
and
awesome.
that's our
Kimmy-
Stork non sequitur
completely
to
just-
end the show. Thanks,
mad at me
guys.
today.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.